Welcome everybody for a Sunday film club. So we're back on a Sunday and we're doing the Grand Budapest Hotel. I keep calling it the Great Budapest Hotel. I don't know why recently. Every time I was like, is it grand? Is it great? Is it grand? I don't remember.
It's both. Yeah. It's grand and
it's
great.
Great and grand. But Sandy, how are you? And how are you, Jay?
I'm doing well. Do you want the report right away? Of how the
it's working. It's working.
It's working. It looks good. It looks good.
If anybody knows, we're dual streaming portrait and landscape. So we're going to give this a go. It's a new layout feature. So let's do this.
I like it. I actually like it. So
yeah, it looks good.
Looks good on the phone. Definitely.
Yeah. And to follow up your question, I'm doing well. No complaints here. Beautiful Sunday. My Patriots won on Thursday, so I get to relax and not have to worry about football during today's stream. So we're good.
And what's all this hockey thing going on? Is there something?
Oh, Bruins just, Bruins, being the Bruins, top of the division. What are you going to do?
They took my Canadians over. Like they beat us. And I was like, damn it. So that's it. But England, we had a proper football game. So the England team won and broke the record for the first European club to qualify for the World Cup and not concede a single goal in the qualifiers. So yeah, we
kidding. That's
Albania 2-0. Wow. So yeah. So hopefully we're in good stead to completely cock it up in the World Cup in America and Canada and Mexico.
We will look worse. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you haven't got a team really, have you? So
no.
There's guys that go out there and play.
They run around.
We have people on the field, the pitch. Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
God bless them. They try. It's it'll be nice. It'll be fun to see them in it again, and because they missed the last one, which was very frustrating. So it'll be nice to see them back in it and do their thing. Hopefully, we'll see what their thing is exactly.
Do their thing.
Whatever that thing
is. Well, that's the thing. It's going to be whatever the groups are. If you have
that'll be very dependent on that.
That's got to be seen now because all the qualifiers.
Today, the qualifiers wrapping up today. I thought.
Yeah, the last one is the big game is Italy, Norway, who wins that. But then you've got the playoffs, all the playoffs around the world.
Right. Fair enough.
So so it'd be a while yet, but it'll get there. We'll get there. A bit of football. There you go. We always talk sports. We should do a sports thing. But guys, this was your pick. Now, this was your pick because you both forgot to put it on, if that's right.
Yeah, yes. Kind of. There's honestly so many movies I forgot to put on. This list is going to continue to grow. We'll never get to the bottom of the film club wheel, but this was one of them that I wish I kind of thought of when the day came to brainstorm movies, because when we talked about it, I think somehow Sandy and I started talking about it, and immediately we were like, how did this not make the list? I love this movie.
So this is Wes Anderson's one of his things. Now it's weird because Wes Anderson when Sandy comes over the pond, he's doing like his miniatures that he does. I think a lot of it is the Fantastic Fox. I don't know where it is.
That's a really good one, honestly. I really like that movie.
That's probably the only one I looked on the list. I was like, it's one of the ones I haven't actually seen, and I don't.
It's worth watching.
That's the one everybody goes, it's very, very good. It's
underrated good, honestly. I specifically remember when it was out, like for the marketing ads and everything for its run in theaters. And I remember looking at it. I was probably, I don't know, teenager at that point, and thinking it looked so just like not. And I've always liked stop motion, from Tim Burton stuff to whatever. I always pronounce it wrong. I think it's Lakai Studios. They did Coraline and some of those movies that are really good. So I've always been a fan, and forgive me if I'm getting their studio name wrong, but I've always been a fan of that style, but for some reason, this one didn't look good to me, the Fantastic Mr. Fox. So when I finally watched it a few years ago, I was like, oh my God, this was a sneaky, underrated, awesome movie. I really, really enjoyed that one. It's worth watching.
But yeah, so this is the grand. Now, Sandy, have you updated the list of actors and actresses on that list?
I've not,
This is
because
literally
this is
gone
a long list.
Yeah,
This is
and
a
most
long list.
a long list. There's only really was it Ray Fiennes and the kid who's Zero who plays Flash.
Oh,
in,
yeah, it's Flash Thompson.
Spider-Man. I
I
can't
am
remember
forgetting his name at the moment.
Yeah, he's
His
introduced in this, isn't he?
He
where's his-
is introduced in this, and his name is, I have to go back to
Tony
the list.
something,
It's
is
terrible.
it?
Tony
Tony-
Rivoli.
Oh, yes, that sounds familiar.
Otherwise from that, he's very much a side actor, really, isn't he? Now he's not really done anything really main, and even Agatha in this, she did Hannah. After this, wasn't it that kind of assassin thing? And after that, I don't really.
She was
was a
just
big
in a
deal.
movie with
Yeah.
oh God, what was it called? It was like a whodunit. Oh, the name is slipping my mind at the moment. I have to look it up. But she
Who
was
did
in
it? Who
something
did it?
recently that wasn't bad. But I haven't seen too much of her in the most recent years. She was kind of a big name for a little bit, if I remember.
She had a few in a row. She had The
Yeah.
Lovely
Yeah,
Bones and
right, yep.
Brooklyn and Atonement, and
wasn't Little Women another one?
probably she
Okay.
seemed to have a few of those. You know,
See How They Run.
Think...
That's what it was. See How They
Okay.
Run with God, what's his name? I'm a fan of his too. What is his name? Oh, Adrien Brody was actually in this as well. God, I can't remember the name of the Sam Rockwell. He's in it. He stars.
okay.
She stars alongside him.
Okay.
They're
I
both
think
really good.
the last thing
actually
I
enjoyed
saw
it.
her in was Mary Queen of Scots. So that's how long ago, and that was 2018.
I've not seen that one. Is that with Margot Robbie, isn't it?
The French
Yeah,
Dispatch.
that's the one where
Yeah.
Margot Robbie is playing
Elizabeth?
brother. Queen Elizabeth, right? Elizabeth, the
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth, the
Oh,
Queen.
we're all
Queen
struggling with the memories today.
Yeah.
Lady
And
Bird.
Saoirse
Lady
Ronan
Bird
played
was the
Mary.
other big one. From
Yeah.
her that
Oh
could-
yeah. Did I see that? If I did, it's
I know it was a big film that year, but I did not see it.
I can't remember if I did see it or didn't see it, and then it just kind of wiped off the memory board. Can't remember. But yeah, the Grand Budapest Hotel, not filmed in Budapest, not after a
No.
real hotel, but set in the furthest eastern borders of the European continent, the former Republic of Zabrovsky. Zabrovka. Okay, once the seat of empire. Yeah. So this is complete. Every time I look, I probably always look it up to see if it's actually a place, and I always get disappointed.
I usually just assume that it's not.
No,
These
it was
are
actually. But
those-
it's kind of one of those that he got a place in the Czech Republic or Czechia or whatever it's called now. They keep changing the name, but there's a hotel that's very similar, and that's it. But it's all modeling.
It is, and in fact, the well, let's talk about places. I mean, the places are set specifically so that anyone in the old Eastern Bloc could kind of see some of themselves in it. You know, this could be Poland, this could be Austria, this could be Germany, this could be Lithuania. You know, this could be any of those. You know, Vienna specifically. You know, this could be any of those places where the Germans came in, right, and took over in World War II. And the story is based on, derived loosely from a number of writings that in the style of Stefan Zweig, who is a real life person born in the 1890s who lived through the changes in Europe. He was Jewish. He was of Jewish ancestry and lived in Vienna. He was a friend of Richard Strauss. And he and a number of others, who were, in the intelligentsia and the upper classes, were watching things change dramatically in a way they didn't want. Sort of like, I hate to make the comparison. You're going to kill me for making this comparison. But the way it's sort of depicted in The Sound of Music, that, he wrote these little vignettes and then eventually emigrated and was able to leave the area. But all of the names of these places, you could say, oh, that sounds Polish. Oh, that sounds Russian. Oh, that sounds Hungarian. You could find, if you were of that, of that nationality, you could find yourself in this situation where you're just trying to hold on to some form of civilization before everything comes crumbling down.
Yeah, it's obvious where it's supposed to be, set, because even we get onto like the military bit as well. Like that was a bit obvious. Sometimes it's a bit
on the
a bit
nose.
obvious.
There's a wall.
Yeah, there's a wall. But
And that would have been a lot later, though. That would have been after the war, but it's okay. There's a wall there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah, so we get off a young girl. We don't know name. It doesn't really matter.
I don't think it even has one.
No, so yeah, she's going to a cemetery to see the kind of shrine kind of laid out of the author, as it is called, and we get the portrait, and it's very, very quiet. We don't really see much except for the book of the Grand Budapest Hotel, and there's a book, and we get the back of. I always forget his name. All I remember, he's in he's Full Monty, isn't he? He's in the Full Monty.
He's in the Full Monty.
He's also Falcone in Batman Begins.
Oh,
Batman
yes,
Begins.
he is. Yes.
He's in what's the one with Kenneth Branagh, Valkyrie, Project Valkyrie.
Okay, yep.
He's one of the, at the end, who takes his own life. Or no, he's executed. But he's in so much. I adore. He's in brother, the Irish one. This is terrible. My brain is going. Not Michael Collins.
It's Sunday. We usually do this Saturday. We're shopping.
Not Michael Collins. Anyway, that's Tom Wilkinson,
yeah.
and he's fantastic.
But yeah, so and then we get kind of a that goes back and forth. I miss some of the time jumps, it's things, but this is so we start off in 1985, where I'm guessing he's got a TV show or he's recording something. It looks like he's recording something.
I assume this is like the late prime of his writing career.
Yeah,
that he's kind of like, because it seems in the first scene that he's no longer alive, given the way she's doing the whole shrine and thing. So I'm assuming this dates back to some point where he's like the later prime of his career, where or maybe even past it, where he's now kind of reflecting on it and doing a documentary type thing. And then obviously we make the next jump to the other part of his career. But that's kind of what I pick up on it. Otherwise, I couldn't really tell why he's talking to the camera.
Yeah, exactly. But then he's got a weird thing. I'm guessing it's his grandson or son.
Yeah.
Why is he talking like that? What is wrong with that kid? He's in a uniform that's not. Maybe it's an alternative, future. I don't know. But I thought, wow, I would have never dreamed that Tom Wilkinson and Jude Law could look so much alike. But the glasses do a lot. The glasses do a lot because they do resemble each other.
They always do.
Apparently, Jude Law, when he gets older, then grows his hair. Because he's got more hair than
the hairline comes back somehow.
Your hairline comes back, yeah.
I do. He's up there. He's in my top.
Jude Law. I think he's a good actor. I like him. Yeah.
Sam Neill comes first. You know that. Ken Branagh comes number 2. Jude Law is number 3.
He's one of those actors that it doesn't feel like he gets a ton of like starring lead roles for one reason or another, but he's always like a really good second in command, second lead for a movie. I
Very
always
understated.
Romance, does he? Romance comedies.
And that's when he used to get the leads, I think, or more closer to like the lead roles. Even The Holiday, I think wasn't that like a kind of an ensemble cast with a few actors?
Yeah, had Jack Black.
So. But when he does, when he's in things, he's so good. Like he's to me the highlight of the Fantastic Beasts movies. I don't think they're very good, but I think he's fantastic as Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I liked him in the Sherlock movies, even though the second one wasn't particularly good. But I thought he was a great
Holmes,
Watson, next to Robert Downey Jr.'s Holmes. Like I think he's always so good. I always struggle to understand why he doesn't get more lead roles, or at least these days. Maybe he did back in the 90s. I'd have to go back and look.
Might be an arse.
I think he's really
you never know.
No. I think he's just really selective.
Yeah, it could be as well. But he also did that Star Wars show, so I don't know how selective he truly can be.
That's true.
I never.
In fairness, I didn't watch it. I just saw poor Stasis suffer through it.
I saw the first, and then I was like, "Yep, that's me. Check out." Right, no, right. But then, so we get a reminiscent of This Is the Grand Budapest. But it's not. This is 1968, where it's gone a little bit downhill. And then we get kind of a narration of literally, it's the people there. It's a time of a hotel once forgotten. Of the upkeep is completely gone. Nobody's using it, and it would be very much of like, especially what we said, it's the Eastern Bloc of these grand hotels that once thrived, under a certain regime. They are left in disarray. So we get
I
these
normally
great
wouldn't
ones.
jump in here about where it's filmed, but I just have to say, because we're going to be, I think, we're going to be talking about the setting and the scenery a lot in this film. This is filmed in a department store.
Yes. Yeah, this bit, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, a great big huge department store in Germany. That
I
was,
can't remember they called it.
a band. It was called the Gerlitzker Warehausen.
Okay.
As German does.
Germans.
You can figure it out. You can usually figure it out. The Gerlitzker Warehausen.
Yeah, all the internal ones. There's a couple that were modelled, but most of it was one set, and then it was all studio, wasn't it? And then miniatures.
It's such an awesome mix of it. I mean, I think personally, this is my favorite Wes Anderson movie. Not, I do believe
he loves it. The thing is, he has
his artistic style, but his way of blending all these methods together with always the perfect color palettes and all this stuff. It's just the way he films it. Everything's so center focused. This to me is visually his best, and I think like a masterpiece in terms of how it looks. It's such a good looking movie. Yeah,
he likes these palette to palette, doesn't he? He likes those. Like you could actually, they have to be like the blues, the oranges, the reds. Like he has to have that very much. It's a pastel, like his pastels, like that to set his colors. Even like some of the other ones, he has. Yeah, I'm having that pastel color, and like that. But we get now is the new concierge who don't really care, but Jude Law, who is what's his name in this?
Just the writer. They never
give him
the author. He's the writer.
Yep,
is it the writer? All right.
They never gave either one a name.
Yeah, and he catches who's this fellow of an intriguing gentleman who has turned up at the hotel, and the concierge is like, don't you know? So we find out this is an older Zero, as we're going to think, who's got his fortune, an immigrant from, I can't remember the place. We'll find later. It says it, but yeah, he's the owner. He goes in there and he stays in the same little 1-bedroom, literally a mini apartment that used to be for the servants. We'll find out later that was his old room. But yeah, by chance he wants to get to know him. But yes, this these little pools of like I don't know what they did say what they are.
It's a mineral bath.
I couldn't remember.
They're mineral baths. Okay, I have to tell you.
Oh God.
I have done this before in one of these in Palm Springs, California, which is where you go for the spas. They have these really old Hollywood spas where the old where Joan Crawford would have gone, and those sort of places, and they look like this, and it's all tiled and slightly creepy. But I got to tell you, if you've never had a mineral bath, you need to do a mineral bath. They're incredibly
I'll throw it on the bucket list.
They'll knock a few years off of you. I
can just be Jay there sitting there with cucumber on his eyes.
There you go.
I am a man who knows how to relax. That is for
sure. Sod Arc Raiders. But yeah, he's the writer. Sorry, the Zero knows the writer because he's a writer right now, and he does some work, and he's got a bit of praise for him of like things, and they kind of this point is like, would you like to have dinner? And that's it, because there's probably about 10 people in a hotel of like probably 300 rooms, and he's intrigued him, so they're gonna go and sit down.
And at this point, he makes the point to kind of narrate that it's a very routine hotel where like it's almost like recurring guests who they know, everybody has their own thing they like to do there. Everybody keeps to themselves. Like nobody really does sit down dinners with any other patrons there. So immediately, and he kind of talks about how he likes that about it, minus his one friend being the concierge. So this
Well,
is
he
kind of
doesn't he
breaking
go-
the mold of the regular day there.
isn't he gone there because he's having a kind of a breakdown, isn't he? Jude Law's character. 'Cause
Or
he says
writer's
like there's
block. He
yeah,
calls
right,
it
yeah.
something very elegant
Yes.
in the beginning, the way it's written. I've been suffering from the malady of whatever he calls it.
Mhm,
Mm.
And I mean, I got out of it. It's writer's block. He needs to be recharged.
mhm.
Yeah, so that they sit down for a lovely, lovely thing. And then we get a kind of Wes Anderson. He likes this. What we get as well, the screen card, I suppose, like that, or
Mhm.
part 1, part 2. So we get
I
now.
love that.
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
What was
It's
what was the
such a
early
classic
film?
style. Everything about the way he does these things.
What was the early? Oh, The Sting. It was The
Yes.
Sting that had all the cards.
Yes. Yeah, I don't mind it being broken. It is very old Hollywood, I suppose you want to do it when they intermission.
Very.
Then you can have an intermission.
Well, and you got to think
it's
of the
like-
time where
yeah.
he's setting this story. I think it was 1930s or something like that. So it would be,
Mm.
accurate to what you're seeing on film at the time. So it's just that kind of that attention to detail mixed with just his vibrant art style. I think it just makes it for such a cool little effect in his movies. It's one of those things that it can be overdone very easily, or even just feel a bit. There's not a ton of movies that I can think of where you could really fit that in there, or the part 1 style. Frankenstein actually just did a bit of a part 1 and part 2 style, which it fit that, but it's not something you see too often unless you're watching Wes Anderson movies. But I think he pulls it off pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's now we get Mustaf Gustav. What's his name?
Mr.
Gustav.
Gustav.
Monsieur.
Gustav.
Monsieur Gustav.
So 1932. So we get our first phrase. Now this is where we're going to get a lot of actors, high class actors that are very different, very very soon. It's like that. So we get him. He's looking after an elderly lady, who is played by
Tilda
Swinton.
Swinton.
I know.
Miss
So,
D. Miss Madame D.
and so we she doesn't want to leave. She's this is 1932, so there's some money there, and we'll get in some a little bit of she comes back every 6 months to a year or whatever. She's been there for the
something like
last 19 seasons, isn't it? Something like that.
Mhm.
And he likes the older lady.
He likes the older ladies. They're older,
And-
they're blonde.
And the older
they're
ladies like
rich,
him, in fairness.
and they like
Yeah.
him.
And he's had older.
That is true. By
He
his own
sleeps with
accord.
all of his friends.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah,
He's just-
yeah. So
such
he's,
an amazing character.
Yeah, so she's off, and I do like this when he gets to the car, and he gets her in there, and she's like, "I love you too," and he's like, whatever he says, and he's like, "I got it, and
Yeah.
Out of here. Get out of
like,
here.
that's it. We got a point, and then now we get introduced to Zero, who he says she's a. I think he does say like she's a sack in the bed or something. Well, something like that, doesn't he? He's like makes
Great
her
in the
like
sack.
great
Yep.
in the sack, and he's like, "But who are you?" "I'm the new bellboy," and he calls up, "Who's the new bell?" He's on a probation pending your review. Click, boop. Now we're going to have a quick interview.
A
And
proper
I like
interview. A
beautiful
proper
interview.
interview.
And it's literally experience 0, experience 0. After he's like, "What do you do? What do you do?" It's like that, and it's like
Family.
until they,
Zero.
0.
I'm sad.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy? Why wouldn't you? It's an
It's an
institution.
institution. Good answer.
It's
But
like,
just in this short scene, which probably took 2 minutes on screen from the time he's talking to the old lady, getting her in the car, getting her out of here, telling Zero to go light a candle, but don't light a candle.
Mhm.
2 minutes. How much dialogue.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Amazing, perfect, pitch perfect dialogue and acting in these little vignettes. And combining the dialogue with the magical way that the camera moves from room to room to set as they're walking, it's just amazing. There's so much in this film in a short period of time versus some other films that we've watched that have very little dialogue and didn't need the dialogue because of what we were seeing. But there's so much. This is why you have to watch this film not twice. You have to watch this 3 or 4 times, really, to appreciate everything.
Mhm.
And I think when I watched this, was it yesterday? Yesterday morning. Yesterday, probably the 5th time I've seen it. I've seen things yesterday that I hadn't seen before. It's just great. This sets the stage for that back and forth, and not just Ray Fiennes here, but Tony Revolori keeping up with him. Pretty great.
And he does such a good job. And the contrast of the two characters in terms of dialogue is so well done and well balanced, because obviously you have Ray Fiennes, who's just, like you said, it's elegant dialogue, but it's delivered effortlessly and seamlessly and just so fluently. It's like the words just dance right out of his mouth. It's unbelievable the way how his performance is done in this movie.
And I was shocked.
Zero being so opposite, with such a man of few words, but the comedic timing of the two of them when he does speak, when he does say these things. Zero, Tony, what's his last name again? Revolori. I think he's such a great supporting actor in this role, second lead actor, whatever you want to call it. I think he's so great across from Ray Fiennes.
Yeah. Well, I was very shocked. I couldn't remember if he won an Oscar, and he never has. Ray Fiennes. Nominated 3 times.
I'd love to know who won this year over him. I think this is
it was the English Patient, was it the Conclave, and of course Schindler's List, all nominated, never won. And then
Schindler's
won best.
List, obviously,
he won.
Amazing,
but I think he won Best Supporting Actor for Schindler's List for BAFTA, but apart from that, not
really. Interesting.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, brilliant. I could give him like some. He's got some good roles out there. Yeah, he's never been accolade. I don't know. Yeah, and I was like, he always delivers.
He does.
He's phenomenal in this. And the other thing too that gets lost in the shuffle of this just rapid, elegant dialogue is the humor. The humor is so funny in this movie, and you really have to be paying attention to catch it, because it's like Sandy said, it's this whole big thing about when he's sending her off and go light the candle for her because she asked for it, and it's this big thing. It's super important until he realizes that I don't know who you are. I have to interview you, and then that goes on. And as soon as he starts, with all these questions, Zero has that brilliant little line of, "But what about the candle?" He's like, "Oh, forget the candle." Like, if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it, and it's just so funny. And a lot of the humor, at least, is wrapped up inside of just these dense segments of dialogue and acting that are just incredibly well done.
But yeah, so we get a little bit of just of the women of what we said. They like some old, like some rich, like some blonde, and then and they have to be. Oh, where is it? Oh, what was the other? They have to be kind of needy, don't they? Was it?
Yeah.
That's it. So we get
demanding,
something like that, and then we get all the way. There's one shot I couldn't do.
Yeah, don't
fair enough.
There was one. An old woman with bits out. Let's say that. And then we go back to the story. It's from the point of view that we're getting a story told to us, so he can write. I'm guessing write the novel, isn't it? So they just carry on of that. But
I like this conversation because understanding the writer that this is loosely based on, Stefan Zweig, his approach, and there's not a book that he did not write the Grand Budapest Hotel. He wrote a number of stories, including some histories, by the way. The definitive history of the Habsburg Empire. Who knew? But the stories he wrote were just these little vignettes of life. And if you remember the narration that Jude Law does, and he says, the stories sometimes are presented to the writer. Like when you run out of ideas for writing, you just have to look at people, and people will bring stories to you. And that's kind of how Zweig lived his life. He took these little moments of beauty and culture and civilization because he knew it was all going away. And he wrote these little stories and wove in, what were people wearing? What were they eating? How were they dining? Who did they visit? It wasn't just the plot of a story. He really got into all the details to memorialize them because that was going away, and it is exactly what went away. The architecture. I mean, he's talking about Dresden. He's talking about places that were bombed to hell. And through these little stories, in addition to his more matter of fact histories, but through these little stories conveyed the culture and the way that people were and the way that people could, interact before everything, was taken away. And that's what's happening here, that the Zero character is coming to the writer, not saying, here, write my story. He's saying, here, I'm going to tell you my story. Up to you what you do with it. But I'm going to tell you my story because somebody has to hear it, because it's going away. This way of life that Mr. Gustav tried to protect, even in his own way. And now Zero, many years later, there aren't other ways to protect it other than telling a story.
Well, keeping it all alive.
And how you do that is you draw on a Frakes mustache.
Yeah, what the heck? Maybe it looks classy. Is that classy?
I don't know. I'm guessing he's trying to show that he's so young he can't have a mustache, but
well, you're the Tash expert in this crowd. At least I think, Jay. I don't remember. I don't think you.
I usually just go full beard.
There you go.
Yeah. I know. It's just I don't know. 1932, would that have been? Yeah, it would have been a fashion. Just have the little the bottom lip, isn't it?
Maybe the silent film stars.
Yeah.
Maybe. Don't know.
But yeah, so we get to find out he runs his hotel like a church.
Like a church.
Yes, they have a sermon of whilst just before they eat every night, and he runs it very militant. Let's say that, very regimental. Of like, everything's done. This is what you get. This is, and he knows he's away because even after they all eat and they all dive in, I eat on my own. He's the leader. So yeah, he doesn't. I suppose with the grunts, he doesn't eat with the grunts. Let's say that. He's got to keep that fine line of who's in charge. So yeah, he's
not fraternizing. That's right.
Well, not with his staff, but
not
the
with
hotel guests.
And now, so we get that, and now we get that they don't know who the owner is of the Grand Budapest, but every month, one of I don't know what you call it, their lawyer, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm going to say the head accountant.
I think they call him lawyer, but yeah.
And the first
one of the Kovacs.
And I could probably name three off my hand where Jeff Goldblum isn't being Jeff Goldblum. And this is one of them. Yeah, this is one of them.
Just going to say that.
Yeah. It's actually quite nice, him not being that normal thing. So yeah, he's actually, it's quite a relief that you actually get to see something else. He's other, he can actually do something else. But yeah, he turns up. That's a good, nice cat, isn't it? That's a nice cat. But yeah, he's there to oversee the books, really, isn't he? He's just kind of make sure.
Made me laugh. I'm sorry. This film, this is what'll happen. Like, you remember something, right? I just saw this picture, and I'm so sorry to laugh out loud, but later when the cat goes out the window,
I was thinking the same thing, Sandy, because it's what your mind goes to. It's just because it's the very random nature of some of Wes Anderson's humor, just like in the beginning with the kid bursting into the author's documentary, whatever the hell he's doing. It's just that setup of like, there's going to be intelligent humor that you got to be listening to the dialogue and catch it and catch the pacing and the comedic timing of the two actors. And some's just going to be completely random, like that scene. And it's, you don't want to laugh at it, but like at the same time, how can you not? It's a hilarious scene, as awful as it is.
But yeah, so we get now we get Agatha's kind of sort of a bit to it. So we get to see Agatha, who's working. Oh, what's the pastry place? Oh, Mendel's. So she's the baker at Mendel's, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be one of these posh French patisseries that is, is still working out into the east. But we get to find out he doesn't like talking about it, so he quickly cuts it down, doesn't he? Like about what he's going to actually talk about Agatha, because it upsets him, but we don't know why yet. But yeah, he gets upset. But now after that we get straight into part 2 with Madame. Oh, that's not her name, but that's
I
What was her name?
forget how to. It's a long name, and I
They
forget
just call
what it
her
was.
Madam D.
Yeah, for
Madam
sure.
D.
I think we can stick with that.
That'll do. Yeah. Where we get now. This is what I do. I find the quirkiness as well. These little stands and little you get through that little stands, phone boxes. Like they look out of place, but they used to be there, and it's like that is some good like research of like these actual little booths and little places that look really out of place because you're going to get rid of it to build a road. It's in the middle of the road, but this is what they were all the time. I love it because it's quirky and I love it. It's like very it's retro, it's kind of thing. But yeah, so Zero's gone off to get the newspapers, and of course he sees something, and so he runs off. Who he is again entertaining a lady, let's say that. Well, I'm guessing a woman of age. Let's say that would be the openings, where he shows him what is going on after Do Not Disturb. Is now I love this because your eyes are drawn to the first thing is will there be war? Tanks are at the border. But no, it's your eyes should be drawn at is the Dowry's Countess is found dead.
What a picture!
Yeah,
again, it's just silly. She's like her
they
legs all twisted.
They wouldn't
her.
use the actual, image of when the cops found her.
It
would be a nice. It would be a nice portrait picture for her, not the actual crime scene photo.
But yeah, and his idea is we need to get to her, dear. So what's it? Get some like a Bollinger or whatever it is, and we're not drinking
the piss on the things on the train. I love that.
He's like, blue lies, yeah, and he's like, "Well, you coming? Yeah, you're coming." So yeah, he's they're on their way, and they're having a little bit of it like again, he's mentoring him. He's like, "No, you're I'm gonna things," but now why are we stopping at a barley field? I think it is. So now we get the 19th of October, where we get our first, obviously the way they're dressed and even their symbols are they're supposed to certain party especially in 1938 it would have been and their papers please, and it's Zero's got immigration papers, whatever third authorized, and it all kicks
visa.
off.
He's not a citizen yet.
Yeah, so you can't detain him just for being an immigrant, and they all kick off. And again, he defends him, smack, everybody getting beaten up, until we hear from our next star. I do like his look. That is a great look, isn't it? The thing is, like, what's the guy's
what his name? Edward Norton.
Yeah, Edward Norton. That's I can't remember his name then. Just because he looks quirky, he looks silly. He looks very skinny. It looks silly that he's in this uniform, and I think that's what works. And he's got the kind of
the hat's a little much.
Yeah, it's just a bit over the top, and he's lucky enough he knows the hotel, he knows the concierge, because when he was a kid he once there and he was very kind to him. He lets him off after a little bit of things of his own little travel pass, I'm guessing, like that. So it's don't worry, we can give you a travel pass because he was kind to him. And he's like, well, you're gracious. I do like how he goes, don't worry, old chap. It's these things happen. You just like literally got blood hanging out of nose. And it's again that kind of play of oh, we're in the crap. Don't worry about it. I don't want to. We all had these things, and he is very. I suppose the 1930s word we call it. He's very queer. Let's say that, in like how his mannerisms are, if you want to put it that way. He's very upsy daisy, let's say that, and it comes out later, doesn't it, as well? So they're on their way to the stately home of the madame. Very, very nice home. Where was this? And Sandy, did we notice where this was? Where this?
I don't know.
It's a very nice stately home.
Very nice.
Sandy does like a chandelier.
Love a chandelier. I love a good chandelier. I've got 2 in my office right here, right now.
They're not like, they're not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that. Just literally 2 of them. Just literally.
Love a bunch of chandeliers. I do. They're a heck to clean. I do put up with it because twice a year I have to take all the crystals down, give them a good wash, put all the crystals back up, but it's worth it. Love a chandelier.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, he's there to give his farewells to make sure he's everything right, and he wants the cream that they gave at
I don't know what they've done, but I want some.
yeah.
6 years off you.
Yeah. Now this is a Wes Anderson like showing shots without talking. He does this throughout this, but this is one of them where they're behind in an office or wherever to get away from the other staff, but they're having their milk whilst the other staff are working, and then we get the other concierge. Oh, I don't get not concierge, but I'm guessing the
head butler or something.
Head butler, yeah.
Serge.
Yeah. Who's Serge is like, oh, yeah. And he's straight in there. And again, you don't have to have words. They're just, what's happening. There's an understanding of the situation. And then we get the kind of the reading of the will, or the so-called the last will of testimony at the moment, and then how many ever amendments there was, like there was throughout her time, wasn't there? So stupid amendments. This is now we get kind of like who's who going to be in the major players. We get a very weird Willem Dafoe.
A weird one.
Yeah.
What were they trying to do with the Adrien Brody hair? Really odd looks for both of them.
I'm guessing they're supposed to be, I'm going to say it, Gestapo, and they're taking the piss because they're all wearing black and they're part of that. So I'm guessing they're supposed to be in with the party. That's all I got is like that, especially like Willem Dafoe's character. But they've got money, so they kind of keep it sweet. I'm guessing that's what they're supposed to be doing, just because they're all in black and acting a bit weird. I think it's supposed to be them playing on that part of history. But we get now. This is the funny bit. Yeah, so they're reading out the will, but he gets, and I'm going to put it poll ends right now. I think we got 100%. What was the painting called?
Boy with Apple.
Boy with Apple.
I was sitting there waiting for Chad to respond as if they had voice on the. Oh yeah, it's definitely feeling like Sunday. I'm not thinking here.
Oh, Chad. 100% Boy with Apple. But whose it goes to is a concierge. Yeah, so it's what did he do? There's some choice words that YouTube won't like that go between them. But I do like the punches. Like it was so quick. Donk, 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 donk. Everybody goes down. It is quite funny. It's just, it's a good little, a funny bit of play. But it's just, they're silly punches. They're just like
they're
very
silly.
Donk like that. It's comedy punch.
How quickly the relationship between Gustav and Zero has developed, because they're in it together now. This is even before the blood pact, that he gets hit, so Zero punches the guy, and then Zero gets I mean, they're in it together, and I love that. Absolutely love that.
I also just love that he's still wearing his lobby boy hat.
And he's wearing his lobby boy hat.
But he will not take it off, and I love that about the character.
But so now they're being ushered away. Well, there's got to be Jeff Goldblum's character. This needs to all be investigated. There's been changes, so we need to investigate it. Of course, they all think he's a swindler. They all think how he's got the boy with an apple. That is a priceless picture. So they go off, and before it needs to go, his idea is, well, I know what she wanted. We're gonna nick
grabs the stool. Here's the footstool. So just their minds are just in sync, and I love that.
Yeah, they nick it. I can't do the replacement picture.
No,
They
don't
say
do
it's
replacement picture.
Definitely
the
can't.
replacement picture is two ladies. Yeah, doing something. Let's just put it that way. The politest way. They were doing something that, is on some other sites. Let's say that, not a YouTube site. But off they go. So they've stolen,
Personal
and now
entertainment.
yes, and now they're off. Now I do like these. Like again, it's another palette. I did show this. Like it's dark, but even that is he just wants that palette shot, doesn't he? It's very art.
It's
just
a,
like
and it's not
I
just
want
like
to show
your
that.
it's not just like your plain old, blue gray.
Mm.
There's sort of a little pink in there. There's sort of a little purple. It's more than just a blue dark nighttime shot. It has interest to it. There's just more than one color to it. And I love it. I like the nighttime scenes, even the scenes when we get to the jail, those color
Well,
palettes.
It's such a mix of all his vision for movies, because it's the color palette, it's the screen ratio, because the screen ratio changes a bit throughout this movie, where on ones like this it's a little bit
that's
more
right.
square, so that it looks like you're looking at a painting. It's the center focus of the camera. The camera is almost always center focused, regardless of what's going on in the scene. So it could be like in the jail cell, for example, there's times where it's center focused there, but they're moving kind of off to the sides a little bit more, and things like that, where it's this really just stylish, and I want to say unique to Wes Anderson, but I mean, in terms of how he's collaborated it all together, I'm sure it's bits and pieces of things that he's been influenced by or appreciated over his lifetime of watching film and art and all that. But this kind of collaborative union of all of it, I feel like is just a signature staple of his style of filmmaking.
Well said.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
But he does also, I like this, he uses the same shot when they go back and forth. This is literally, no, we're not moving it. That's my shot. And it's like, that's set up. And I do like
right.
that.
And
it makes it quirky.
Yep.
It's like, you don't have to go around. No, we're not moving the camera.
Right. The camera stays here. It's focused
and
here.
it's panning. And then it's when you're doing, he does it from the other, like there's a lot of it. When they're walking, he pans with them. But otherwise, they all, like, they go away from the screen.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm not moving. We're not moving. You move away from the camera. It's like that. It's quite, again, you see his unique style. So they're back. And of course, yes, there's they go. Boy with an apple. And doesn't it look familiar?
We did miss the, or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I thought I was. The head butler slips the confidential envelope. Into the back side of the painting.
See, I don't get that, because they hung it up. They've unwrapped it, didn't they? And how would they not, when they put it up there, and see it?
So
because it was in the back.
I think the packaging is still rolled up on the side there. I think that's that kind of piece going down the left side of it. So I think they just kind of opened it and rolled it out. And I would agree. It's like that kind of, you wouldn't probably half open it, and you probably wouldn't be able to hang it if it was half open. So it does kind of make it like, you probably should have left it closed. It would have made the writing easier, so you're not thinking about, well, how did they not already see the letter?
You could pick it out, like if they were walking with you, would hear this rattling.
Right, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things that's like,
annoy me. Yeah.
They're probably better off just keeping it closed. That way you don't, it doesn't bug the more analytical viewer. But I think the same thing every time. I'm like, well, if you half opened it, you would have noticed that letter. There's no way you wouldn't. But
they get back to the Grand Budapest, where they put it in his huge safe. And I do like how that's it, just the key up there. Like that. And then they're like, and it's like but yeah, whilst putting it away, one of the other employees, the police are here to see you. Oh, and again, it's so we're waiting, and this is the arrest warrant, and this is a great scene. This is funny.
This is great too. You don't expect it. He's being so polite, and he also knows this officer. He was kind to him when he was a child. And you're being wanted for questioning. Just a moment. Floom.
You think, oh, she's been murdered. I wondered why there wasn't a cause of death. Oh, you thought I did it. And great. It's the acting, because when he realized, it's like his brain's just gone, oh, you think I've done it? And then it's, I'm off. It's like that. But it is, again, is that comical timing of just that moment of like, I'm just gonna take that split second delay before I go. See you later. It's
great.
It's such and again, I know I keep just saying how much I love Ralph Fiennes' performance in this, but again, his like all of it, he's such a funny part of this movie. I mean, he's the driving force in the whole movie, but he's such a funny part of it, and none of his jokes are like what's the way to put it? Like just kind of like yuck, like the obvious jokes. They're all like very well timed, very comedically.
Witty.
Yes, it's witty, it's clever, it's intelligent, but it's delivered just so on point and on time. Like you were just mentioning, like that little split second where you can see the wheels kind of turn in his head, click, and then just turns around. Like all of it, even the physical side of some of his humor here, it's so well timed and so well done on his part. It's on top of the amazing job he does with the fairly, I would imagine fairly difficult and elegant dialogue. The comedic timing is such an underrated portion of his role in this. Or maybe it's properly rated and I'm just really, a big fan of it.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think, again, it's another reason why you have to watch this film so many times, because you can be overwhelmed by the setting. You can be overwhelmed by the dialogue, and you're not taking it all in. And not just for Ralph Fiennes, but again, for, Tony, and I forget how to say his name.
I know.
Valori.
Just call him Tony.
I know I'm going to say
Valori.
something that just sounds like a pasta, and I'm not going to do it on purpose. So
why wasn't he in more stuff? He's so good as a straight man, right? And it's like they're both straight men. There's no super over the top silly goofball here. Together with them both playing it so understated is why it's witty and funny.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't we see him more often? I mean, yes, we saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home, but I'm looking. I want to see him in more things. He was quite good.
I agree. I'd like to see Ralph Fiennes do more comedy stuff too. Just not direct comedy, but more where you get to lean into this side of him, because it really is such a funny side.
Now we get part 3. Checkbook 19, criminal internment camp. Again, it's just like we don't need to know he's been arrested, so we're going straight to that. And I do like this knock on the big things. No, come through the side door. I like because they shoot it, and that's what it does. Like, because the aspect of the movie is always like 4.3, isn't it? Like 4.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you don't see the door. It's just there, and they like, but the knock, and then I have to pan to see the point of view. What should be obvious. Yeah, we're not going to open the big door for you, are we? That's it. But yeah, we get now to see. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's been beaten up, but he's had a fight, because like as they say, you have to be on day one. You have to show who's who, and I can't remember the guy's name. But we're dearest of friends now. You should meet him.
Yeah, I hope you get the chance to meet him.
Yeah, it's like silly,
like Pinky or something. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but yeah, they're dearest of friends now. Yeah, So he's brought in Mendel's. Yeah, a little bit of treat. Where we now get back is things have been going on about the murder. Then we get a little bit now flash to Jeff Goldblum, who
is it Kovacs? Is that his last name? I forget. Sometimes they spit the names out so fast.
Deputy Kovacs.
Is it
Kovacs?
Yeah. So he's been given information and crime scene photos to lead to the evidence, but the only person who is the key witness has now absconded, who was the head butler. That's it. So there's no real evidence. Well, there's evidence that is hearsay, because all it is this is how they got in, and he turned up 24 hours after the event anyway. So yeah, it's all a bit iffy at the moment. So, but whilst that's happening, of course, we have Willem Dafoe's character is trying to hunt down what's the butler's called again? What is his name?
Serge.
Serge. Yeah.
Serge.
Hunt down Serge, through his sister, who doesn't know where he is, and I'm gonna hunt him down. So he's doing all his hunt down, and it's obvious he's there he's the enforcer. He's gonna eliminate him. It's a bit obvious. So once he gets it, to make sure, or string arm him to give evidence to, make sure the family get their money. So then, we go back to the Grand Budapest, where they let the lobby boy take over, kind of the sermon of the day, where they read out a gently written letter of but also instructions. I'll be watching. Keep your jobs going.
And a poem.
I was gonna say, I also love the poems, because I love the way he just breaks off into these long drawn out dialogue, and he's constantly getting cut off because everybody's just like, dude, enough with the poems.
We have to eat. We have a short time.
Yeah.
You may want to start with the soup. This is 42 stanzas.
But so we get back where we're having the poem, and everybody's
this is like the view of him actually saying it through Zero.
And then I like how the job is he's the waiter.
He's the mush bearer.
Yeah. And I like it. He's like very polite to. It looks like Lurch, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he's
I'm gonna call him Lurch.
It's like that.
You there with the horrible scar on the side of your face.
Yeah,
and I like it too.
Man. Yeah. But then, he's got his little group together who like his care packages like that of the Mandels. But they come up is because he's been nice. And he's kind of straight, and he's never been called that before, dear.
Which is another great little joke.
They're gonna do a breakout, and so they're gonna lead them to Harvey Keitel.
With one of the more obvious looking bald caps I think I've ever seen. I've never noticed how much it stuck out in this movie till this watch through. It doesn't look like a great bald cap.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it looks
now.
It just looks so unnatural to me.
Head.
Yeah, it's just I've never noticed it till this watch. And I was like, wow, that's a really bad bald cap.
And really bad tattoos.
Not fake tattoos either.
Homemade prison tattoos, though.
Yeah,
they're not going to be very good.
That's it. So now we get back again, back to the story. They have a little bit of, again, it's because now he's gonna again be talking about Agatha. So he's getting a bit like he breaks out to make sure is everything okay, because he has a moment. And this is a bit where I think he actually starts to cry, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Like, I can't help getting emotional every time I think about Agatha. And then we get, I don't know what, 2 whatever months later is, they've been caught in for a month, and then he asks for the hand. So they're going to get married, where he now introduces him. So we actually, we've gone
backward before going back forward.
We go forward. So he introduced and all he does is like, do you like her? Yes, I like her. Is he flirting with you? Yes, he's flirting with me. Stop flirting with her.
It's just so sweet that he likes her so much, and they're they're a little family. They're just a little family, and it's so sweet that he's so happy for Zero.
Well, I was just gonna say, you can see it in his face in this still shot.
Nice.
He really is just very happy for him. It's a very wholesome look. And then of course just the kind of great comedic timing of Wes Anderson in this movie. Zero's just pissed off in the corner because he thinks he's flirting.
Don't flirt. Stop flirting.
Well, a totally inappropriate gift of 12 individually wrapped tulips in a small box. It's like completely inappropriate.
But so we get as this is all to set up a little bit later, because we would just see their relationship kind of going together is but sorry, we skipped a bit. Is they kind of, this bit sets up, doesn't it, that because she's the baker, we can get
some custom made cookies.
Yeah. And I do like
in
this
the shape of little hammers and chisels.
But I do like it is we get they chop up everything like that. So it's dunk, 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 and they get to this. It's like, no, it's too pretty. It's
too pretty.
Yeah,
But it's
too
so
pretty.
because they're exactly in the shape of hammers and chisels of all the things coming through the inspection. There's a loaf of bread and a Swiss cheese and a sausage.
Mm.
These are shaped like hammers and chisels, but nah, we'll just let them go.
Yeah. But yeah, so we get like it does jump this movie, but it jumps kind of well. So now we get back to there's an investigation, a concern over the circumstances of her death. They're all kind of kicking out. It's him digging his own grave, I suppose, at this point, doesn't he? So
not your house yet.
Yeah, so he's getting very pissed off. He's getting very angry that they're just give us the money. Let's find out what's going on. Like literally, it's obvious what's happening. And then of course we get. I do like this. Like, where did she actually sleep? Like under the
attic,
an attic or something in the attic, of the shop where he visits from time to time. I'm guessing, and it's him stuck in the roof like that. It's just like funny.
He's giving her the instructions. Like he's now told her that she's an accessory to a priceless painting that has been stolen and is in the vault, and here's the code, and you'll need a magnifying glass to read it. She's like, I will not. He goes, okay, but take it anyway.
Yeah, and then it just floats down.
And we get whilst that's how we get the cat out the window.
just throw my cat out the window. Yeah. Threw the cat out.
And this is the bag.
The cat in a bag. Oh my god, the cat in a bag. I laughed so hard. There's a reason why I laughed so hard. Where I work, we have this. Sadly, years ago, we discovered a woman who was bringing a cat in a bag to work. It wasn't one of those pet bags. It was a bag like this. The lady was bringing a cat in a bag to work. And so we always talk about, we don't have the cat in a hat. We had a cat in a bag. And then this is like his little ticket, one cat deceased. And they hand him a cat in a bag. And I just laugh like a maniac when I see this because, for a lot of reasons. But I mean, as dark comedies go, this one balances the dark and the comedy extraordinarily well because the dark parts are so light and funny. And it's a combination of how they're shot and just the little, just that the little ticket. Like, okay, his cat was flung out a window. It's on the sidewalk. And he has a claim check. Who brings you a claim check for one cat deceased? And he knows to go get his cat in a bag on his way home.
And it's the pause between the scenes too. It's almost like kind of a Seinfeld style of like set up a joke now, come back to it later for the punchline. Not as much as it takes like the length of a Seinfeld episode to do that sometimes. This is really quick. There's 2 quick scenes, but because after the cat goes out the window and then he looks over and you see the cat and there's a person, looking back up at him. You kind of assume that's it. Like, all right, well, cat's gone. You're not going to see it again. But then they just circle back to it with this absolutely ridiculous joke of a check-in card that says one deceased cat in a bag, and him actually picking it up is just like, it catches you off guard because you're just not expecting it, and it really is so funny. I laugh every time.
But I like it takes it on the bus with him.
Yeah, and he just and he shakes him at William Dafoe.
Yeah, So he's on his tracks on the bus, and the next stop is the night at the museum. I'm guessing, Sandy. So we get.
Yep.
So he's how do I get away? So he's fearing for his life. So he's on the escapes. Goes a little bit of a cat and mouse, not that much. He puts because when he walks up, he puts the cat in the bin, doesn't he? He's like, oh god,
yeah, he's done with that.
Yeah, I'm done with that. And so he goes in, but he about to escape. We see Willem Dafoe's character take off his shoes to be more silent. And then again, I can't really show it for YouTube reasons.
It's gruesome and it's funny. Why is it
gets
funny?
me every time on both aspects, the humor of it, but also just the idea of it actually happening.
I'm super careful when I open doors. I always tell the kids, like, since they were little, always use the handle. That's what a handle's for. Like, never put your
especially on your
hands,
sliding ones.
never put your hands between the door. Oh gosh.
Yeah. And but again, they circle back to it later when they're taking the fingerprints markings, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and yeah, they got all the finger, one hand's fine, and it's like, nope, just one. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, he picks up the
He
fingers.
picks them up. Yeah.
I don't get why he just doesn't toss them back in. He puts them in his pocket. Like, the body's there. You're gonna find the body. It's just like it's silly. It's just
because you never see them again either. And I thought there was some payoff for it later on. But then watching it, because it's been a little bit since I've watched it, and then watching it again, I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't really do anything with the fingers. He just kind of picks them up for some reason.
Yeah, he goes back. Yeah, I'm done. That's it. Yeah, and then he just walks off with his shoes in his hand. Like, he doesn't even bother with his shoes on. Just walks down the road with his shoes off. It's a bit silly, but yeah. So now we get 3 days later. This is the prison breakout, I guess we're gonna call it. Yeah. So this whole scene is very fast. I couldn't get many shots, but it's ridiculously good. It's just a little bit silly because it's mostly just trying to be quiet, and then silly things happen.
Right.
It's literally where we get the idiot who tries to out them by shouting for the guards, gets killed by Lurch, and they carry on. Even like when they go and they have to tiptoe over like the
over the guards,
and they're like the ladder, and nobody could hear it. It's just again, it's just all silly. And then this bit where one of them jumps in.
He just jumps in, takes care of business,
and then gets stabbed himself.
Sacrifices himself.
And but it's again, it's like, oh, I'm guessing that's what you call a draw. Okay. It's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, so they finally there you go. So that's all. Yeah, all of the guards gone. But yeah, he gets out. And again, they're like, the other lot have got their getaway van, and they get away, and they will, we haven't got time, but they have a little. We're gonna sit here and just talk. We're gonna have a little discussion of what's going on in life, isn't it? It's like, where's the fake nose and like the everything, like the mustache. Well, it would look silly. Well, I can understand that, but when they're done right, dear, they're done very well, and it's just like that. They're just like. It's delaying everybody else in the circumstance. Like, let's get out, and they go, we're going to have a sensible conversation about a really stupid situation like that. It's just, it's funny, but again, it's two well-written characters to kind of like, they play off each other by two good actors to set out this point. It's like, because this scene could be edited out and you wouldn't need it, but it's there to make you, it's the stupidity of the situation, as is what it is, and you can't get away from it. It's good.
I think this scene also puts them on level ground, because this is the scene where Mr. Gustav is so frustrated with Zero for not, bringing help and bringing this and bringing that.
And the little bit of cologne that he loves.
Cologne.
I forgot the cologne, yes.
Eau de panache. And
I stink, yes.
He's, he starts insulting Zero, and he's like, well, something to the effect of, well, how did your parents raise you, or whatever? And he says, I don't have parents. The war took my parents. And it kind of puts them back on good footing. And then he apologizes profusely to Zero, and they're back at it again, and they're buddies again. It's a buddy comedy again, so they're all, they're back together. But he's been in prison, and he's broken out of it. He had to have this breakdown to be human. Monsieur Gustav, who can't be rattled by anything, is a human, and kind of lets it go at this point.
But yeah, so we get the dogs, get the hounds, get checkpoints, everyone else. So now we're on a manhunt for it. So everything's, but now of course, this is why I think this is supposed to the Gestapo element of the things with Willem Dafoe, because he has access to things. He has access, and they're kind of they're a bit afraid of him in a way, but kind of respect him, but don't respect him. But he's on his mission, but he actually realizes from the empty case, the cake bit, doesn't he? He's Mandels like that. So he realizes what is going on, and he's off to do investigation. But again, then we go back, and this is just a silly bit. Like, what is it again? What I said
It's
about
a
the
phone
press?
booth.
It's a phone. Where?
In the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. Why not? And I do like that. So we get the. I need to get everybody together. So this is the Society of the Cross Keys. Like this is just naming actors now.
Yeah,
Oh
pretty
my
much.
gosh.
So this is it's a point of call to find out where Serge is. So he phones Bill Murray.
Concierge network around the world.
Yeah,
around
it's
the world.
it's literally the network of networks to go. We'll find out, don't worry. And I like how they all posh on the phone, really respectful. It's great. And then it's one call after the next one. All right,
Well, they're all
one.
doing something important, and
Yeah.
they all get
Stop.
disturbed by their lobby boy, and they all say, take over. They all have a lobby boy come and get them, and then tell them, tells the lobby boy to take over because it's something important.
Yeah, it's either a heart attack going on, a fire going on, or it's it's literally silly things like take over. It's just it's a who of like just actors and actors, to go things and until they get to the end of it. But they're waiting on hay. Why this is more comfortable to standing or sitting. Let's climb up here. But they get rescued by Bill Murray's character again. I don't know if he's got a name. I don't think so.
Not that I can think of, honestly.
No. But he's got.
He is. I'm going through all the.
Monsieur Ivan.
There's Monsieur Ivan, then Monsieur Jean, then Monsieur Chuck. Well, that's the Owen Wilson character.
Yeah.
And then Bob Balaban is Martin. And there's a whole list of them. Monsieur Dino and then Monsieur Robin. They just go from one to another.
It is funny. But he's there. He's got the tickets because they know Sarge has gone to a kind of a monks or something.
A monastery, like a retreat.
Monastery retreat,
for monks,
on top of the thing. So he's got that, and also he's brought, thank God, the
eau de panache.
But it was only a quarter ounce, and it's like that moment is. I'm guessing they all have it, and he gives it to the Zero, and he's like, oh, really, like that kind of moment. You're like, it's the acceptance of like, you think I'm worthy enough to have this kind of the perfume, because it's a pungent smell, isn't it? We kind of all the way like this little underlining joke about this,
and he I believe applies it very liberally, was the quote,
as they say.
Which I've worked with some people where. When you get on and off the elevator, you're like, oh, Jim was here, because you just know Jim's smell because he's always got that cologne from a mile away. So fair enough.
We are in the military. We had to tell somebody like, you cannot, stop.
You're gonna give people asthma.
It was that bad. It was just like, because you'd be working, your eyes would be burning, and everybody be like, that's it, get out, because you know who was there, and it would linger, and you're like, why do you have to put that much on? Like, it's like, oh,
we all know.
He's just like, it's like that. How much did you like? How many bottles did you go through?
Beyond me. I like a good cologne. Don't get me wrong, but to bathe in it, not quite my style.
Well, they call it is it a Greek bath? They call it. It's like a term, isn't it? Where you don't wash, you just.
I'm sure.
There's a term over here. It's not that. It's a term. There's a term over here where you just splash cologne on it. I forget what we call it.
I think but that. I think this is one of the first times we get to see the logo. It's very, it's pretty
very S and S. Yes, it might be a Z and a Z, but it's an S and an S.
Yes, but it's obvious. So we're like, what they're trying to get out, we've not put in the market. I'm guessing that was just to make it enough humor to not be real enough, because they're not really using real settings. I'm guessing that was a choice for the writers. I'm guessing so. Had to be like, we're not going to make it.
You make it more of a parody than an exact, reference to type of thing.
But yeah, so she's on their radar now, and whilst we get him, he's like hasn't noticed. Like again, I can't show the picture. That the picture of the boy in the apple has gone and it's been replaced by the two women, and he smashes it up. But yeah, it's just like it's that important to you. You didn't even realize it's been gone.
And the two sisters or three sisters
the
are
three
sitting there.
sisters,
It's like, didn't you realize it? And they're like,
they just don't care. It's like, but yeah, so they're in third class because lucky enough it's been overbooked, but I got you in. So they're on their way back again. It's these little silly scenes again. They're just having a nice little great conversation. What's going to happen. It's just that dialogue moments between Zero and like them two. It's just silly.
it's great.
Very polite. It's just politeness.
Well, it's polite even when he's being rude. At one point, he's like completely making fun of the appearance of the Agatha character. And it's just the most polite sounding insult you could ever imagine. And it's delivered so quickly and so on point. And at this point, there's so much about him that I think what works with his character is that it's the nonchalant kind of way he says things, as if it's no big deal. Like even when he's in the a little earlier in the jail cell cutting the dessert for the other inmates, he says, I don't want to say the name of what he calls it, just in case YouTube doesn't like to probably wouldn't like the name of what it is. But when he's asking for the knife to cut it, he calls it a specific thing, and he just says it so nonchalant. He's like, could you hand me that? That tool for what you would imagine it's used for in prison. But it's just that nonchalant, like, no big deal. Just hand me that thing because I'm going to use it to cut this cake, or I'm going to completely insult your girlfriend, but it's in a loving way because I care about your relationship and I want us to have this, long-lasting happiness afterward through this situation as a group. It's just the way he delivers it like that absolutely kills me throughout this movie. I mean, it's literally like killing them with kindness type of thing where, in a different sense of it, not the normal sense, but it's just, I'm going to say whatever I want all the time, but it's going to sound so nice that you're never going to realize when I'm insulting you.
I'm going to be so English that you can't, I'm going to be so proper.
You can't tell I'm being rude.
I'm actually being rude to you. I'm so, it
just works so well.
Pissing you, like not pissing you off because I'm classy. It's great. And then we get, so Agatha is now packing her bags to get out there as well to help out. Where we get now a confrontation kind of, I forgot his name. Oh, what was it? Oh, the actual. Oh, what was his name?
The character is Henkels. His character is Henkels.
Yeah, that's they've got leads but no leads, but leads but no leads. Really, and whilst we've got now Willem Dafoe's character, he's hot on the trail of. We now know they're all going kind of to the Alps. Let's call it the Alps.
But he's gone back to the sister. He's gone back to Serge's sister again, where there's some misdirection here because we think he's going after Agatha, and she even hears footsteps, but it's not. And you're made to think, when there's a body part in a basket. So we have cat in a bag and body part in a basket. You're made to kind of think it's Agatha, but he's gone back to Serge's sister, and that's why it's that's why his hands are bloody right now, because he's taking care of the sister.
Done her over. But so we get they on the train, but this is the pungent smell of he just open carriage.
Gives him away.
Gives him
Nash has given him away.
But so they're off with again, and it's again some great shots. I must say, I like these like empty kind of just ish shots. It's great where they've been going to the monks, to the things. I do like this, the carriage like that.
What a shot!
Like, it's be nice. I do. You scared of heights? You too? I wouldn't mind stuff.
Not a fan. I don't. Scared might be a little strong, but not a fan.
I do like him.
I wouldn't be on those. Not a fan.
I like them. I do like them. You're like, wee, like but you realize if that cable's gone.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I guess
Yeah.
that's more the problem is I'm not so much afraid of heights as I am afraid of faulty equipment at a high level. I'd be worried about the wire snapping or something ridiculous.
Or the
But
American Air Force doing things in the Alps they shouldn't be doing like they did one year. That was incredibly tragic what happened there. Yeah, it was Italy, right? The Italian Alps that happened.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not
American Air
familiar.
Force operation exercises. They flew through cable car wires and
Oh God.
yep. And it was in a place where like it was multiple cars and it was
Oh, God.
incredibly tragic. Sorry to bring everyone down, but yeah, that's a true thing that happened there. But otherwise I love the heights. I'm not going to do I've never done the goofy touristy trap cable car over the Thames. I don't think many people do that either. I think it's like the least used of the crossings of the Thames to go up in that cable car and just go across and come back down. But I wouldn't mind it either. What a great view.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're off to get the pretend to be a monk because they need to go and find Serge very, very quickly. Sorry, I just got our sequence. Sorry. But they get handed they kind of like their picture their
But they
robes.
go through 10 different monks. Are you Monsieur Gustav from blah 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 blah? Are you Monsieur Gustav? And it's like they all keep asking you. It's this.
Yeah.
Who else is it going to be? You know, after the third or fourth one, boy, it would be really amazing if it was somebody completely different by the third or fourth.
Well, his response is so good too because it's just a simple every time, and the one after the other, it just gets funny until the final breaking point where he's like, "Yes, it's me."
But yeah, so they're in their monastery, and then they go. Yeah, have a little sing. But they go to the confession booth where Serge kind of tells all that he is the official witness, but he's the official witness to a second will, and the second will has been made up in the event of her murder. And he was the only person who knew about it, and he gave it to them in the painting. And now they realize, oh shit, kind of damn it. But it's like, again, it's very the politeness, even when he gets angry about the whole situation before. So he's very polite anger, again, isn't it? It's like that. And so it's like, God damn it, why don't you just tell me? And
that fast. He's been strangled.
Right there no sign of struggle, nothing. Just.
But I don't have to show for it. It's just literally all he does is you just hear a boop, the screen goes black, and then the next minute they rush out, open the door, ta-da! It's like that. And and they look, and there's somebody else dressed up like a monk, and it's of course Willem Dafoe, who quickly got changed. And I don't know how to explain this ski race. Really, it's just silly. It's silly.
It's going through. You can imagine, like, you know, the whatever year, I don't know, 1932 Olympics were here, and we're now going to go through the slalom, the ski jump, and probably the toboggan run.
Yeah,
all one after another on this little. I mean, it makes no sense. But it's amazing to watch. It is absolutely amazing to watch.
It just works visually too. The silliness of it works.
It's that bird's eye view as well.
Right. Yeah. With seeing the things.
They spread it up.
Yeah. It's just silly. And I think like they must have thought, can we take the piss out of James Bond a little bit as well?
Oh gosh, yeah.
When they got to go, but he just gets their toboggan kind of or sleigh, isn't it? Like he knocks off the Virgin Mary.
I can barely steer.
And off they go, and this is where they do a full. It's just like it is silly. It's quickly done, but it's so silly. These next sequences, unfortunately, they're so quick. So Willem Dafoe, he's done it prim and proper. He's there, and everybody they kind of get to their point. They crash. Zero's been flung upside down. He's now
head
head
first.
first in the, and all you see is little feet.
Little feet sticking up.
Yeah, and he's hanging off the cliff, and he's like, he thinks he's a godden, like he's like that. Well, and he's being very polite about it again. Like
he starts another poem, I believe.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's like, what's it like? Me think this is my last, and then, boom. You got him, guy. You got him.
His reaction gets me every time. It's so
great.
It's just absolutely
so
silly. You got him. You got him. You did it. Like that. He's just so excited. It's just, it's brilliant. But it's that. Was it like a Spartan kick? Let's call it. That's probably the best way. Yeah, it literally is.
Just a shove from behind with the same kind of force.
But it's like, I'm done for. You bloody got him. It's like that. And but even that, he's like, I'll be calm, but I'm excited, but I'm going to be proper about it. So we get, they're shouting. I can't remember what he says now. What does he say? Or the things like, just, we're going to
essentially turn yourself in. I can try to help you, blah, blah, blah.
But this is where like Zero kind of comes up with the thing. He's like, oh, what? Because he comes up with a stupid idea how we're going to do, like, get out of the situation. And isn't Zero's like, why don't we just take the bike? Like that.
Because they're on the other side of the cliff. So they're fine. The police are on the other side of the cliff. So Zero's like, no, we're just going to take the bike and run for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. So they're off. And now we get back is now the Grand Budapest is now a barracks for the party. I'm going to call it the party. And now we get our new concierge at the moment, or stand-in, by Owen Wilson, who he doesn't really speak in this really. Like, he's like a game. Yes.
Chuck.
But so we get that, and it's all it's the whole array of even the banners. It's
all the colors.
So
yep.
Yeah. But she's there to get the painting before anybody else. So she's there, and she's of course her way in is to say that Mandels is giving him to the officers, isn't it? Like I think she said, like, it's sorry, I'm gonna see.
She's definitely bribing the guy at the front door. He looks like he enjoys a cake or two. So she's got the right way to get his attention, or to not get his attention, to divert his attention by giving him a little cake.
Yeah, sorry, my screenshots have just gone out of sequence. Sorry, let me just sort that quickly out. Okay. So whilst that's happening, we get to these. They're outside, and they're like, I can never ever set foot back in that, that lovely abode, whatever it is, of the Grand, until he notices Bodrick, what's his name? What is his name?
Dimitri.
Dimitri,
walking in, like, oh, let's go. He's like, let's go, and then of course he's uses the same trick. Yes, we're here to meet it. But at that time, of course, Agatha's got the picture, and it's that very, very, like, she doesn't say anything. She's like, it's a nice picture. It's a bit freaky. He goes goes really slimy in this bit, and then of course they come out, like, again. It goes again silly. So she runs off, doesn't she? Well, she walks, and he follows after that, and then she dashes for it. Is she now at this point? She's at she fallen out the window yet? No, not yet. Oh, she has.
No, not
She's
yet.
about
First, they kind of have this standoff
when the little goofy gun battle occurs. Where they're just all. What other films have we seen that in? Where they're just all shooting each other, but no one's getting hit. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. And I like this. Before we get to this bit, like when they take the service elevator, is like, which way, is the lobby boy replacement for Zero?
Oh,
and he goes, oh, he's that way, and and it's like, and he tells him everything. Yes, we're there, but we must not be seen. So he's learning. But they get out the service elevator, and who do they bump straight into? Well, across the I don't know what you call it, the
Atrium
stand-
across the
yeah, I guess,
atrium
right?
is
atrium,
the
yeah.
meat treat.
And it's just literally a shootout of stupidness, and I
It
love it
is.
because it's a comedy moment. Everybody who's got a gun or a pistol comes out like to have a fight, and they all just start firing.
Mhm.
But who's firing at what? They don't know.
I don't
just
know.
because
No one gets hit.
You're firing, so I'm firing.
Well, it's part of what this kind of silliness in this
Yeah.
movie helps get the humor across, is because
Mm.
like in a lot of other movies we'd pick on things like for even just the last scene, the fact that the motorcycle was where it just was. If this was a more serious movie, we'd be wondering how the hell Willem Dafoe's character got his motorcycle to the bottom of the hill. But this isn't the type of writing where, I mean, or it is the type of writing where you're not supposed to really look at it like that, because those obviously silly misses in writing, or missing pieces of the writing, or even nonsensical pieces in a lot of these cases, are purposely done to create the humor of the movie, versus another movie which does them by accident, creating an inadvertent kind of humor that people are laughing at it, not with it.
Yeah. So we get Zero goes off, doesn't he? So I think so I can find she's off the balcony, and he goes running off whilst they're all still shooting. He manages to get through, doesn't he? And then he ends up knocking on a do not disturb, trying to run through, and he gets himself thrown off the edge as well. It's just things. But this is where, of course, the back of the painting actually is ripped now, so everybody can see the confidential letter, things like that. So, but unfortunately, they fall straight into the back of the van, what is nicely comforted with loads of boxes, so they survive. And then it goes sorry, it cuts nicely to the reading of the real will, I suppose you want to call it. So where it's on her murder, everything's left to Monsieur Gustav. And then we get a little bit of a voiceover where he's kind of back. He's like, he's telling the jury, like, really, like, she was again good in the sack, like that. Like, it's like, really, but and then he gets let off, of course, but with all the money. So now he's a rich man, but of course the son has disappeared without a trace. I'm guessing, in the grand scheme of things, he's been done over by the party or something. Yeah, so invisible. But his replacement, of course, because he's not going to be the concierge, is Zero. So Zero is the concierge of the Grand Budapest. And we get now his life is full of old women that are blonde, but now he's got money.
Yeah, but now he's the rich one.
Now he's
he's known. So he likes his he likes his type. Let's say that, if the polite thing to go. But now we get a marriage of I don't know where this is filmed, because I was thinking all them actors that turned up for them like part scenes were probably done in studio.
No, it was filmed in Germany. The outdoor scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this scene was filmed in studio, but the outdoor scenes were filmed in Poland and Germany.
It wouldn't shock me to see, like, even I think Bill Murray's kind of the one here. I'd be like, oh wow, would he really have flown all the way to Germany for such a little scene?
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me just because of Wes Anderson, because he's somebody who's worked with Wes Anderson quite a few times now. So when some actors have these directors that, I mean, one, they obviously like to work with, but two, I'm sure they develop very good friendships to the point where it's like, I mean, what's a flight to Germany when you're Bill Murray? I'm sure it's quite a nice flight, so you don't have to worry about it like we do.
I'm guessing they got paid like the minimum of the Actors Guild. Like, it wasn't something like 35,000.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Here's 35,000. I'm going to get you in. You're going to be in like the movie for like 40 seconds, but you're going to like have a jolly in Germany. We're going to go into the Alps and like, do whatever you like.
Yeah, I'm sure that thing happens quite a bit. There was always that story with the first Deadpool movie that Brad Pitt signed up to do that invisible guy role. It's a quick little joke that happens in like a 10-second scene, if even. And I give the rumor is that he, well, the word is from the story they told that he did it for free just because he's a friend of Ryan Reynolds, and he asked if he could do it, and he's like, yeah, sure. So I'm sure a lot of things like that happen.
It was like, I don't. Yeah, don't let me speak because I like if you do. But then he got his own back, didn't he, for Bullet Train, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Doesn't Ryan Reynolds show up in that? I forgot.
Yeah,
about
I guess.
that.
Yeah, he gets killed in that. Yeah,
that's right.
Oh,
that's
no,
right.
That's something. Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of things like that happen. It wouldn't surprise me too much.
Now we go into from that we get black and white. I always think this bit black and white bit. I'm always like, oh, what? Is my screen gone off? Like that's my color.
No, it's really now it's like in my brain. This is like, okay, it's really bad now. You know, now we're definitely in it. You know.
Yeah. So this is now I'm gonna say it now. The Germans are gone. This is now the Soviet. Yeah. So this is the Soviet Union, and they call them the Death Squad, don't they? So yeah. So this is later on. So now we get. Oh, I'm so bored of all these black uniforms. And yeah, he again exactly the same. His papers for Zero isn't right. And he kicks off. And we don't see anything. And then of course we just get older Zero. You know, he was one of a kind. The Grand Budapest was one of a kind. And now we it's a bit of a sad ending really for everyone. So we get Bob the concierge goes and he's just like, you know, telling the kind of the story of he got shot. What happened to him?
They shot him.
At the end they shot him, and then they get more of him telling the story through, you know, now from it is Agatha died 2 years after that event, like the event in childbirth with the child. So that's why he doesn't like talking about it. Yeah, and it just ends with him writing, I'm guessing, the last of the book, and then we just get it from the beginning of the girl's point of view again, just reading the book, and that's it.
And it's hope. So for this girl or for anyone, you know, who's now, I guess, in the, you know, the 1980s, 90s, whenever, you know, they're still.
Well, I guess in 85 and he's died, so he's got to be 90. So I'm guessing 90s they're playing in that the wall's going to come down soon.
Yeah.
Or it just hope. Has.
Yeah, here's the hope. You know, she's reading the book because the book, the fictitious book in the book was to try to capture all the beauty of the days gone by and maybe make people think that it can be like that again, you know, that there's something to hope for. And I think that's what that is. And I love this film. What a great end. I mean, just even though it's a sad ending, what a great story. What a story in a story, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just got so much to offer. You know, for whatever reasons anybody may like film, whether it's cinematography, art direction, story, comedy, heart, emotion, it's got all of it. And it's an hour and 40 minutes or so. So it's a densely packed film.
It's very short. It's very short. Yeah.
So the way they pull it off to be so, it's just, I guess, so just elegantly done from top to bottom. Really just blows my mind with this one every time that I watch it.
Sandy, you got the numbers?
I do. Let me pull those up here. So this film was 2014. Now we talked, you know, just for a minute about, you know, all these amazing guest stars. And actually, we'll go to the notes first and then we'll go to the numbers. So I've mentioned this was based on the literary works and life experiences of Austrian writer Stefan Zweig. And there's a photo of him. And that photo is about 1927. And he did leave Europe. He moved to the UK, then he moved to Brazil, and he lived out his life there. As I mentioned, it was filmed largely in Germany and Poland, and the interiors. There's that name of that department store, the Görlitzer Warenhaus, as you do, and the names of the actors are there. Now let's put up the numbers. So we were saying how all these other actors, you know, did they really want to just hop on a plane and jump all the way to Europe for a very, you know, what could have been a pretty short day of filming? Somehow this film was made. What? Wrong one. I put the wrong one up. That's the wrong film. Let's try again. It's an older film. So this film was made on a really small budget. Absolutely a small budget. And when I bring it up, you'll see that it was made for about $25 million.
I was going to say 25,000.
No,
Wow.
$25 million, which is surprising because when you do look at all of the actors, right, you just don't imagine. I don't know why I can't find my numbers. I'm just going to have to tell you the numbers. There it is. Okay, let's try again. Made for $25 million.
Old, that's why.
Yeah, $25 million and made $179 million at the box office.
Wow.
So it was a huge box office hit because it was such a small budget, which is just shocking for the costumes, the set design, and the number of A-list actors that are in this film. How on earth did they film this for $25 million? It's pretty amazing. And even though it made $179 million at the box office and was an incredible success, it was only the 49th highest grossing film of 2014, and most of the films in the top 10 lost money. So think about that. So some of the bloated films in the top 10 of that year was the, oh dear Lord, the Transformers Age of whatever, one of the Hobbit films, you know, these excessively bloated films made for ridiculous budgets that in the end didn't make money. But this small film that ranked number 49 for the year 2014 definitely made money. It won 4 Oscars for costumes, score, production design, and hair and makeup. It also had 5 other nominations, including Best Film, but no nominations for the actors for Oscars. It also won.
Crazy to me.
Yeah, it also won 3 BAFTAs, largely for the same costume, production, design, and hair and makeup, and was also nominated for Best Film for BAFTA. And Ralph Fiennes was nominated for a BAFTA, but did not win. And it's won a whole slew of other awards for the same things: cinematography, design, adapted screenplay, costumes, hair and makeup, lighting, editing, all of these other categories in all of the, you know, different, more minor, you know, awards shows. And I think we can call it, you know, it's a dark comedy. Is it an art film? Is it an art film? It's an artistic film.
It's incredibly artistically stylish for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah, you're going to call it a bit quirky.
But also a commercial success somehow, down to the fact that the production budget was only $25 million. And think about also the modeling.
Yeah, the miniatures.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The miniature, like how? I have no idea. It must be down to the fact that, you know, it's a short film. Maybe there's incredible efficiency in filming. Don't know. But you have to think, okay, they're filming on site at this, you know, converted department store. The lighting, I don't know. Or maybe
I'd love to see what the kind of bankroll was for the actors' salaries.
Yeah.
Because I do find, or at least I believe, that Wes Anderson seems to be a director a lot of actors want to work with. And kind of has a little bit of that Nolan effect of, yeah, I'll you don't have to pay me much. I just want to be in your next movie type of thing.
Yeah.
Because even his most recent one, Asteroid City, had a lot of reoccurring faces that you see in his films. I believe Jason Schwartzman was in it as well. But I mean, I believe Scarlett Johansson, I think Tom Hanks was in it. I haven't seen that one yet. I actually need to. But again, just a star-studded cast once again. It was like 2023, I want to say it came out. But star-studded cast again, and it just really seems to be that like actors just really want to work with him, or at least be in his movies. I would imagine. I mean, working with him goes along with just being in his movies, but I wouldn't be shocked to know that actors take a bit of a pay cut or a reduced pay just to kind of be in these, knowing kind of how he likes to do them and that they're not ever going to be budgeted movies that have, you know, Marvel movie budgets, because that's just not how he makes films. So knowing like if I want to be in the next Wes Anderson and it's going to be an under $50 million movie, then I have to probably take a bit of a pay cut to be in it, type of thing.
It must feel like you have the opportunity to be in a work of art, right?
Right,
And that,
right. Versus cash a check.
exactly. So, yeah, really, again, it's always good to watch this film again.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't get tired of watching it because you find something different every time you watch this film. There's something new to really appreciate. It's kind of like going to a museum. You can go to the same museum over and over again, or look at the same painting, or even in some cases, listen to the same, symphony and see something a little different every single time. And that's true in this film for me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Go on then. Which one are you going to go first? It's your picks.
I'll go. I, just because it'll be easy for me, because I feel like I've gushed about this movie all stream, so I won't do too much repetitive speech here. But, for all the reasons I've mentioned in the stream, if you've been watching, and if not, I'll just summarize them real quick. It's just an incredibly artistic movie, I think. Artistically stylish is the way I like to put it, because it's not just that, like, we watched The Duelists recently, and you could see the artistic background and fundamentals in that movie, but it doesn't feel nearly as stylish as this one does. This one just has all the right kind of cinematography, whether it be the way things are centered in the screen and things just kind of happen in the room or in the screen around them, the color palette, the miniatures, the costume design, the makeup, all of that stuff is just top notch, in my opinion. The kind of, quirky storytelling, the use of the screen, the screen cards between acts and scenes, however they want to put it. Part one, I think they use actually parts, not acts in this. All that kind of stuff just makes it such a fun movie to look at, and honestly, a beautiful movie to look at in a lot of scenes. And the way it's all just kind of framed, as each scene just looks like a painting or a work of art type of thing. I think he nails that so well. But he marries, he being Wes Anderson, but he marries it with his writing style, or at least the style of writing of the writers he chooses. I'm not entirely sure how much he writes or doesn't write in his movies. But he marries the writing with humor and the look of it all. The actors' performances then come out from their side of things to really blend so well with what he's doing, especially in this one. Ralph Fiennes I think this is one of his best roles, to be honest with you. The character is just so over the top in all the right kind of ways. Like his very almost kind of upper class mannerisms and way of speech, and just that elegant delivery of all his dialogue, I think is so well done, and it fits the character. He's, got so much depth to him as a character. He's very interesting. He's, in ways, he's kind of a bit of a scumbag to a degree, because he's, sleeping with all these women trying to get certain things. Because he even mentions on the train on the ride over, it goes very quick, but he mentions something along like, oh, yes, we got to go see the body and pay our respects. I do hope she's left me something, though. Like, he slips that in there. So, there is a little bit of, it's quid pro quo. He wants a little something out of these, relationships he's having with these elder women. And there's probably a reason he's targeting elder women and all that. But he does also care about the job. And there is this kind of proper way of life he is trying to keep alive. That's a bit of a, source behind Zero, or Adult Zero's motives and what he's doing with the hotel as well. Slightly, because it does have a bit more to do with his wife and all that. But there's just so much depth to the character. He's such an interesting character. He's funny. Ralph Fiennes does a phenomenal job with it. Zero right alongside of him. Tony, whose last name I'm forgetting again, does a phenomenal job. I think even just the small bit actors, in terms of their size of their role, not necessarily who they are as actors, because they're all pretty big names. Everybody's phenomenal in this. The style is great. The writing is packed with kind of everything you'd want as a movie fan. There's some action, even if it is silly. There's humor. There's a lot of heart to it, a kind of a surprising amount of heart to this movie. There's fantastic dialogue, fantastic delivery. I really just can't say enough good things about this movie. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. I give it a very, very strong 8. I adore this movie.
Nice. Excellent.
Oh, and it's definitely a recommend, obviously.
Absolutely.
Go on then, Sandy.
Well done.
As it your second pick.
There's nothing I can disagree with there, Jay. In addition, I think what I've missed and what I want to go watch it again for is that when I was researching all the awards, that it had won the Oscar and the BAFTA for score. I don't think I paid attention to the music at all.
I was surprised to see that on the numbers there because I'm like, was it a good score? I couldn't really think of it.
I completely missed that. So, you have a film here, again, that was the 49th highest grossing film of 2014 that won, 4 Oscars, 3 BAFTAs, multiple nominations, and so much to look at. And there's another thing for me to watch it again for. Okay, now let me listen to the music.
Right.
And let me see, how that plays into these, little works of art that we're looking at in every scene. I agree with the writing. So the writers are listed as, with credit to Stefan Zweig, of course, Wes Anderson and Hugh Guinness. So together, I don't know who Hugh Guinness is, but together Wes Anderson and Hugh Guinness created this amazing dialogue that is so fast-paced, so heavy, and just pitch perfect. And witty. The word is witty. It is dark comedy at its best. There are little jokes that it takes you a minute to get. They surprise you in a good way. There's not, like you said, there's not silly surprises. One might argue throwing a cat out a window is silly, but it fits in this film. It's like, it's the expected unexpected in this film. I do think that the actors, all really carried out such, roles that were all so different from each other. And yet I wasn't bothered about the accents. I wasn't bothered. There were certain things I didn't care about in this film because the look and the pacing and the wit and of the dialogue just made for such, a great film. I was kind of thinking between a 7.5 and an 8, so I'm going to go with a 7.75 for this one.
Right.
Really strong recommendation. Can't wait to watch it again. And I did not see this film in the theater. And I'm disappointed. That is a huge disappointment that, I've only seen this film on my television and on my computer. But we have one of those theaters in the area that runs, older films, really good films once in a while for a rerun. And I'm definitely going to look to see if this is playing at all in that theater. And I think there's even a place where you can make a recommendation, and I would recommend this one
nice.
because I'd love to see this on a big. Did either of you see this on the big screen?
No, unfortunately, this was a home watch for me. Yeah, and I'd love to see it on the big screen, just given how beautiful of a movie it is visually.
So it's called Pike and Rose, the theater in Rockville, Maryland. So if you're listening to me, Pike and Rose Theater, I would love to see this film on the big screen.
Nice. Now for me, I love I think we've said it. Wes Anderson has that throughout his movies like that. He has that palette. He has that style. He has that style. He has that kind of pacing where we had the pausing. He has that, like, there's loads of them that he has it. It's his style. He marks it on that. On that, the acting in this is great. You have the supporting cast. Now they could be any. Like I said, the supporting cast could be anybody. He's just got the ones who probably his mates who want to work with him to get there and things. He's got that calling card. I think that's great. Yeah, I think the humor is subtle and it works. It's, let's say, it's not I'm doing the jokey things. It's like it's playing on the dialogue that it was there before. Things like that. Unfortunately, this movie doesn't hit. And I know I went back and actually looked at Wes Anderson's. And I said I hadn't watched the Fox one, Fantastic Fox. I think I don't like any of Wes Anderson's movies. And I don't like this.
Interesting.
Yeah, I give this a 5. It's not I don't like it and I don't hate it. It's just but worst thing is, it's because there's no substance to his plots throughout the movies. Everything I watch of these, I'm like, I get I like what you're doing. I love the style. Your plot let me down because I like what I'm hearing. The dialogue is really good. Everything is there. The plot is very lackluster. Let's say that it doesn't give me anything. So I was going through my IMDb and see what scores I was giving these movies, and yeah, I don't like any of these movies apparently.
No
I have to go
kidding.
back and do that. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, I wonder if it's the same point. I like it.
It's definitely
like
a bit
the
of his
look.
style of storytelling.
Yeah,
it is
and I
kind
like
of
that,
things
yeah.
happening.
And I wonder if it is that there's a hit and miss with Wes Anderson. Yeah, he's a miss for me. And I will check out Fantastic Fox because I think maybe that was one that was like, it's good. And I was like, oh, it's not another Wes Anderson. Because I do like the pastels. I do like how we give the writing for the dialogue. I just find the plot a bit weak. And when I was going back, and I was that other one with Bill Murray when they're in the submarine kind of thing, isn't it?
The Life of Kotick.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've actually not seen that one. I've been meaning to.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, again, it's just, where's the plot?
I mean,
the
even
plot
the Tenenbaums.
Yeah, the Tenenbaums.
A lot of them.
Yeah,
it is. I can understand that critique because tends to be kind of just things happening that don't always feel as connected.
But I would say this is the strongest one.
Effect.
That's the problem. This is one of the stronger ones I like, just because I think it's well shot and well delivered. Just the plot, I just always find weak. It's just me with his movies. Apparently, it doesn't click with me. It may be like I get the humor. Some of it is a bit too dry. That's it. Like this one, I think is helped with a great actor in Ray Fiennes, the delivery. I think otherwise, I think some of them are a bit deadpan, especially like when he uses Bill Murray quite a lot, and I think Bill Murray gives sometimes that I'm not even going to show you a facial expression, where Ray Fiennes gives the delivery non-facial expression and then does something, So yeah, unfortunately, it just doesn't hit the mark for me. It just doesn't. I hate to say it, it's not a recommend for me.
Wow.
I got really, really bored. I did halfway through. I was like, I was like, I'm really bored. And if I start getting bored and want to pick up my mobile, that's it. But the thing is, I like it for the first 40 minutes of this movie, and then when they get past the I think part 2 begin into the prison, part 3, and you see Harvey Keitel. After that, I find it a bit dragging. I think the movie drags on a little bit. It doesn't give me the plot development I want. So unfortunately, I'm not a Wes Anderson fan. But the thing is, I always look at it, and that's why I look at it, and I'm going, that's really cool. It's really stylish. I like it. And then I'll go, I just don't like it. Yeah.
I think when any director's got that kind of signature style, it is going to make it feel. I mean, I shouldn't say signature style because a lot of them do, but his is very, very like it's Wes Anderson. You know one of his movies when you're watching it, and every one of his movies is going to feel like that to a degree. Versus some other directors, that kind of can mix it up a little bit. So if you don't like that taste, then I mean, I can imagine all the movies that are in that style aren't really going to click.
It's weird because I do like the palette, and I do like arty films, and I do like films that drag on. It's something, there's apparently, and I had to go back and look at my scores. I was like, could I have like pre-empty scores? And I was like, oh no, I don't. I don't like it. And there was some in there that people love, and I know people do like. And I'm like, I really don't like them. I really don't like them.
No, and that I can get because I was going to say, even for me who does like Wes Anderson a lot, there's some of his that I just really don't care for. Like Moonrise Kingdom, I did not care for at all.
Oh, that is
that one.
I don't like
bad
that.
movie.
Yeah.
Royal Tenenbaums, I don't think is particularly good either. So there's,
they got high praise. They get again.
That's
praise.
Right, and that's why I was like,
praise.
man, I'm a fan of this guy's movies, and I really don't like these. It's not like so. I don't think that's unique even to you who it doesn't click for. I think, I think it could be fair to say he definitely gets. I don't want to say blind praise because it's not blind praise. Everybody gets a chance to make their opinions.
He's clever.
He's got a little bit of cult praise, I would say. Like he's got a bit of a cult following that I think will kind of always hype and praise his movies. And if they see them to all be great movies, so be it. I tend to be more of one of his fans where some of them hit for me and some of them not as much.
That's what I just say. I say because I do. It's just it's like it's art over substance, but I never class his movie as an art film. It's in between, if you get what I mean.
That's why I like the term art stylish. They're always very stylish and very artistically done, but I don't ever feel like they're artsy
No.
movies.
No, they're not. There's I wouldn't class it ever as like, oh, it's an art piece. It's like that. If you can do it, if you're gonna say it's quirky art, but with style,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. And I think maybe gets drawn into the look more than, oh, how do we get the plot development to going on that? Now, he's not a Ryan Johnson stupid plot development. There is an outcome to it. It's just, there's just that. I love the dialogue, and I get where it's just that it doesn't flow. It just doesn't flow for me. So yeah, unfortunately,
No, I do think that's fair. There's not a lot of cause and effect. It's like silly, crazy things happening constantly, and it's it's carrying through with these characters. There's not a ton of, well, this happened because that happened type of thing. There's not.
I made you watch Critters, so there we go.
Fair enough.
Technically, you made us watch Twilight.
Talk about plots.
Oh, I made you watch Twilight. There you go. I've
got
worse ones on that. I'm going to make you watch the worst movies ever. There we go.
No, I think that's fair. I think that, again, another great reason why we do Film Club. I think that's really interesting.
That's why I was like surprised, because I was like, when you both, oh, we forgot about the Grand Budapest. I was like, I remember liking it, but not liking it, and I couldn't remember why. And then I had to go back, and I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I don't think I like this movie, and then I watched it, and I watched it twice. Like, so I did like one by myself and then one with Jade, and she was like, she fell asleep.
Really?
So we got the movie. She fell asleep. And I was
funny
like,
you say that, Stacey,
like
because I tried to watch it with my wife, and I was like, oh, we got to watch Grand Budapest Hotel for Film Club this week. Go to watch it. And she's like, did we watch that one? And I'm like, well, I watched it. You fell asleep halfway through, so I don't know if you wanted to finish it. But maybe it's just a taste.
Maybe it is. It's like a 50-50 split. Yeah. But yeah, but like, it's not. That's the thing, is it's not a bad movie. It's not. It's just.
It just doesn't work.
Doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's the best way. It doesn't work for me. That's a shame, because like them art movies. You get really, like, especially in the 70s, you got some really like looks beautiful, and it's like shot really well. And you're like, I don't get what the critics are on about. And this is sometimes where they're like they're throwing
Glengarry
it out.
Glen Ross. You didn't like Glengarry Glen Ross.
Or sometimes you watch The Princess Bride and you don't get what the hype is all about.
And that's true,
Yeah, but then you was wrong, weren't you? So
but there were those.
It just kind of is a taste thing.
I kind of look like there is that. I think I know what you're talking about. Like, for me, it's Network, The Graduate, Glengarry Glen Ross. They all have that look, that feel, and you either like them or you hate them. I mean, I don't think there's very many people who are in the middle on those sort of films. So, and the other two are on the wheel. So we've already had Glengarry Glen Ross. So when we get to Network, you'll have to see if that's something that you appreciate as an art film, or appreciate as a film, or don't appreciate at all.
But to appreciate, I'm going to play the trailer again of a 1958 B classic Arabian Nights movie.
Oh, that's right.
The next one is. Now this is weird, because I think this was no, it's not our era, Sandy, of course, but it
was on TV.
Always on TV.
It was a Ray Harryhausen film every Saturday.
Yeah, like if it was like Jason the Argonauts, I think you must have seen a few of them. Like, yes, like some of them, Jay. Like he went on.
I've seen glimpses of some of them in their animation.
If you saw that's the thing, is he's impact in movies. And he's not the writer, he's not the director, he's the prop guy. Really, he's literally the stop motion prop guy, and that's why I put the like. I think like Sinbad went into the 70s, like different actors, but this is like the one that prominent from the 1950s. But I don't know if he did he do the 1950s FIFA Baghdad, probably. Like there was like,
I don't know, but Clash of the Titans was the 80s. The original Clash of the Titans was so he went all the way into the 80s, and it would be Ray Harryhausen around noon on a Saturday, and then you'd get the Irwin Allen disaster film around 3:00, with Towering Inferno or Earthquake, or those sort of dramatic 70s.
But I think like the story, especially with Sinbad, the story of Sinbad has been told. It's Arabian Nights. Has always, like, there's been so many variations of Sinbad. It's ridiculous, things like that. But and from the other stories from Arabian Nights. But this is a movie that, how did they do it? Especially, I remember when I was a kid and you had the skeletons, especially like
the skeletons, the creatures.
fighting. Yeah. And how did they do that? Even though it looks janky to today's standards, but they didn't have computers. And how are we going to do
animated.
that?
They're not animated. They're little models.
Stop motion.
Claymation.
And how long that's got to take is like, I've got to mirror it with the actor, and the actor's doing whatever like that, and needs to go in normal speed, and then I have to mirror it to them. And I think that's amazing. Like, and to be honest, the stories are great. Now, this one always used to scare me, and I think Sandy, you said it with the woman.
Well, for me, it was the Medusa in Clash of the Titans.
Oh, did it? Oh, like, this one scares me when the woman turns
the
into
Hydra lady. Yeah, she kind of looks like the Medusa too. It's kind of the same thing, but the Medusa had the eyes going too, the snaky hair and the glowing eyes, and then you turn to stone. Yeah, that's scary.
But this is the 7th voyage of Sinbad.
Journey to a magical time when demons and heroes battled for the golden treasures and human spoils of forgotten kingdoms. Kill him. Thrill to the story of a legendary superhero who fights through all the torments of hell to save the woman he loves from the world's most powerful sorcerer. This is Sinbad's greatest adventure. The 7th voyage of Sinbad. She was once a beautiful princess. The sadistic magician shrinks her to the size of a tiny doll. And now Sinbad must do the impossible to save her. He must destroy a legion of hell-spawned monsters on the death-shrouded island of Colossa. See the flashing death of the living skeleton. See the attack of the giant two-headed bird. See the dance of the Cobra Woman and feel her deadly slithering embrace. See the spectacular battle between the one-eyed Cyclops and the fire-breathing dragon. The incredible magic of Dynarama recreates the enchanted, breathtaking adventure that could never be told before. The 7th voyage of Sinbad.
I love that. I love all the creatures, and in whether it's Jason and the Argonauts, also with skeletons, and in Clash of the Titans, you get the Kraken. Remember, this is where we get the release. The Kraken is from Clash of the Titans. It's just cozy when I see that. It's just, this is like when I was a kid watching TV on a Saturday.
It does it reminds you of like Sunday afternoon. You're like, oh, like that. So you got to say something. Like as a kid, like having you got to see monsters, skeletons, and all that. It's just great. And like the story it's a simple story because it's an old story, but they've how they fought in the 50s. Let's give it a go, and then they come up with that. Like, fair play to them. Like, how can we do this? But it's a thing. So, Jay, I hope you like it. You're gonna like Sinbad.
Yeah,
so like that.
Only Sinbad I know is the one from Jingle All the Way. So this is a new one.
Well, he's more ethnically right than the 1950s.
I was going to say this guy's the casting of Sinbad in this one doesn't look too accurate.
They did, literally. I don't. Yeah, they didn't. The whole. I've seen some really bad like lately ones where they've tried to do like on cast, and it's just bad budget. And I've never got why Hollywood went, let's try and like it's a Arabian Nights. It's from most of Persia or used to be, and then like just no, he's white. It's like that. But then that's 1950s Hollywood. Let's say they like they didn't care, like that. You had a lot of A-listers playing Native Americans, didn't you, and all that? So
absolutely,
it's just put some face paint on. Let's put some face paint on. That'd be fine. But this one, they just sod it. We put all the budget. We put all the budget on the monsters. Yeah. So, but It's a good, and I do like in 1958.
Wow.
It's like, this is out. We haven't got many 50s. We had a couple of 40s. We haven't had a 50s, though, I don't think. Many 50s.
What's the
movies?
time machine? Let's see. When was the time machine?
I bet that's 60s. I bet I bang on 60s.
Yeah, I believe that was 60s, early
Time
60s.
machine is. Why is that not on our list? Or did we just call it time machine? I think we did. We didn't
Is
say
it
the
time machine? The time machine.
Time machine.
Gotta be there
What?
because we watched.
Okay, like seriously. Oh, there it is. 1960. Right,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
on it.
hang on, yeah, yeah.
1960. 1957. The Seventh Seal was
Okay.
1957. Although that always feels older to me.
Mm.
Let's see what else. 1951. The Desert Fox.
Okay.
And then where was Zulu? Zulu was in the 60s.
That's
right?
got to be, yeah, that's got to be late 60s, isn't it? I'll say.
64, and then Sink the
Okay.
Bismarck was 1960 as well. So we had two
Okay.
from 1960, the
Yeah,
Time
okay.
Machine and Sink the Bismarck. But yeah, that's one of our oldest. That's awesome.
But will Daryl at last get a Western movie? That's the question. And what era? What era? I'm sorry. I'm going to say no. Daryl's just, you know, when you say, don't say it's not going to happen. This is it. Daryl's asked for it, and you guarantee now we're going to be like another 20 on. It's going to be a thing. So
And then we'll have like 5 in a row.
yeah, yeah, we will be like ding, 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 ding. But remember, we've got our new thing. See if that happens. Probably not, because I've just said it. But are you ready to find out? Now, this will hit on when Sandy, you're not here.
Definitely, I will not. Most likely on that day, I'll be doing something.
Yes.
Not sure what. It'll be the Saturday. So now last time, I actually was able to be on Film Club that Saturday because we were done early in the morning. And I know I did one from the hotel room, but yeah, it'll have to be TBD just for another day or two.
Yeah,
and we'll lock
that's
that
fine.
down.
Okay, that's cool. But yeah, so next week, are we doing Saturday next week, aren't we? We're back Saturday.
I believe I'm good for Saturday. Just got to check with the boss when she gets home.
Yep, I can do either day.
Okay,
so Saturday's fine for me.
Okay. On that, Neil, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for Daryl for a Western.
I'm gonna have to cross fingers and toes at this point because it hasn't happened yet.
We're Eastern, Western. Who cares? Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Oh. Are there any sports films that are Westerns? Not that I can think of.
I don't know. Oh.
Is there any way we can get Daryl his Western?
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. I'm just going to think.
You need a moment. So we had yours, Jay. So we had The Greatest Game Ever Played, which was great. I had never seen it, and I read the book, and it was fantastic. Mine, I mean, we technically already had mine. I'll have to, if it comes up, I'll have to think of another because to me, Rocky is my favorite sports film. So, James, what sport would it be?
I don't know.
Oh, he's not ready for this one.
I'm not ready. I didn't think of sports.
This might have to be.
I actually, speaking of that, I have to go back and finish filling out my list of all the choices so that I can be ready.
I did.
I always start it and then I forget.
That's a good point. I did actually start doing that. Did I fill in the sport? Yeah, but did I fill in the sport?
That's the question. For me, it'll likely be one of the areas I haven't filled in yet.
Yeah, I haven't. And there are quite a few holes on that list for me because I don't know what I would do for drama. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know which one it is. There was 2. I picked out 2.
Okay.
And I know which one I'm going to do.
End it like Beckham. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I know it's definitely not that one.
Ladybugs, Ronnie Danger.
It's gonna now that Abel was the other choice, and I've gone for the other choice. That was one of the choices, and I've taken that off. Slapshot, but the other one is on there, so I'm going to do the other one. So, but bear with me, and I'm going to go and get the trailer.
I'm curious to know what
now. I'm wondering if I know what it is, because when you said the other one.
the other one. Oh, it's
Does
not.
it begin with
gone.
an M?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It's not. So it's not Miracle.
Oh, not Miracle. No.
Mhm. Oh, I am very curious.
I am curious too.
Let me. Sorry.
Did we put Chariots of Fire on this list?
I don't think so.
Should I say I hope not?
I've never seen it, so I've got no opinion on it, but I don't remember seeing it on there.
It's one of those films. I know it's good. I know objectively I should like it, and it's like, oh God. It
Yeah.
sucks.
You ready?
All right,
I'm
we're ready.
Let's see it.
Now it's a sport.
Uh-oh.
All right, let me
That's a bad start.
Now I'm
It's a sport. It's got sports in it, but it's got a lot of heart.
Is this like Godfather Has Christmas in it?
Is it- Is this a snooker
Santa
film?
Claus versus snooker. Oh my god! Imagine now I
Is
made
it
you watch
snooker?
a snooker.
Is that a sport?
That'd be great.
You all called
Oh
darts
my
a
god!
sport.
I'll be back. I'm gonna find a snooker movie. I could be really bad and make you watch an Indian Bollywood movie about cricket called. I think it's called 83 or 82.
I
That
love
is-
Bollywood films. I do.
Yeah, but it's
I
cricket.
can't-
Yeah, but it's a Bollywood funded, but it's all about just
Yeah.
cricket. It's about
Oh.
when the Indian in the 80s came over and beat England in a test match for the first time. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm not going to
okay.
make you watch. Understand the game of cricket.
No, I don't. I've watched it. I don't understand it.
No, okay. All right, let's do this.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
I
Did you
saw
just
the
see
name.
it?
I saw the name there. This is actually one I've always wanted to watch. I've always heard great things about it.
Growing up, we all want to know the toughest kid in the neighborhood was, right? I want to know the toughest man on the planet is. That's what we're going to find out.
Brendan, it's me, Pop. What are you doing here?
Tommy's back.
Did he say if he wants to see me?
I'm proud of you, Tommy. What you did for that kid didn't take.
What was I supposed to do? Let him drown?
Tommy Reardon, you saved my life.
Look, Brendan, the bank has got to go by the new appraisal figures. You're upside down on your mortgage.
How much do you need?
He was in
I didn't come
Truman
here
Show.
for long, Frank. I was hoping that you would train me.
Are you serious?
I thought we agreed that we weren't going to raise our children in a family where their father gets beat up for a living.
Brendan, you're a teacher. You got no business in the ring with those animals.
Actually, I used to be one of those animals. Guess I forgot to put that down on my application.
Yeah, so the
This is
director
big
of Miracle.
Go figure.
Top 16 middleweights in the world. And when it takes all, I'm gonna need a trainer of that much you were good at.
Frank, I need this. I got a family to protect. Everything I do is for them.
What's going on up here?
Daddy is now a princess. Mom needed you. I needed you. You're my big brother. You bailed on me.
I was a 16-year-old kid. What the hell did I know?
You had a choice. Okay, you had a choice.
War hero Tommy Reardon, who has become an overnight sensation, and Brendan Conlon, the physics teacher, they pulled off a miracle.
You can do this. What do you say?
I can do this.
You got him! This is impossible! The two men fighting for the championship tonight are brothers! Go war!
Are we here to win this fight? Because if we're not, I will throw in the towel.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Good
Ooh.
choice. I've been meaning to watch this movie ever
I've
since
not
it came
seen it.
out. So great choice. I've heard nothing but
If
great things
you
about it.
do not cry at the end, you need to go and see some help. Literally, there's great. Like, what's name was nominated for an Oscar. Sorry. What's his name?
Which one?
The
Tom
dad-
Hardy?
the dad- no,
Oh, Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. Yeah,
Really?
his performance in this is absolutely
Wow.
absolutely insane. Yeah, I can't give too much away, but yeah, this is our first. I think this may be our first Tom Hardy movie.
I think
think
so.
so.
Yeah.
I think it is.
There you go, Tom Hardy with his top off. There we go. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
But yeah, he's this is I can't believe, especially Jay, I can't believe you didn't see this movie because it's very sporty.
Yeah,
You do
it's It was
has a
right
wrestling
in like
stars.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Kurt Angle in it, and it was right in
Yep.
like my like I was the perfect demographic for it when it came out.
Mm.
This was like kind of the boom era of UFC. Me and my friends were all into
Yes.
it and all that kind of stuff. So somehow always slipped by me, but everybody's always loved it. Even my friends who've watched it love it and have always recommended it. So I'm actually that's a great choice.
2011, and you did put it on the wheel. It was on the
It
wheel.
comes off the wheel. Comes off the wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it comes off the
Oh,
wheel.
okay.
So 2011. Wow, I thought it was later than that. Looking forward. Is it a true story?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so. Yeah, right.
No,
Okay.
it's made up. Yeah, it's made up. Yeah, with a hype. It was one of those ones when I said UFC came out, like started doing it, and I was like, okay, you know UFC, and then I was just blown away with this. I was like, that is good. It gives you that kind of, like a sports movie, like a fighting movie should do. Like you're geared up, and it's got a lot of emotion into it, and it's good because it's not just, oh, we're just gonna have to fight in. There's like the family dynamic around it is really, really good. So yeah, a good one to watch, and I guarantee you will watch it again because you'll be like, okay, all right. But just like some of it is great. Yeah, it's a very, very, very good one, especially if you like MMA and stuff. That's good. But yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, there we go. I've got a sports one.
Awesome.
There was only two on my list. So there we go. That was going to be. It was either going to be Slapshot or this. So yeah, and I was like, yeah, no. I know you two haven't seen it, and I do think you'll enjoy it. It will get you geared up. It makes you feel like Rocky afterwards.
Good. I will be comparing it fiercely throughout.
Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Anyway, guys, what you got coming on next?
For me, as always, still in the state of who knows. Schedule changes every single day. So, as always, just keep an eye out for the Nerd Takes channel.
No more Spider-Man, sorry.
Eventually, at some point, when I can get an hour or two to actually sit down in a quiet household and try to stream. So, at some point.
We'll keep posting those shorts, Jay. Just to
yes.
keep it popping on the algorithm there.
Is there a book? Is there a book to this? Oh, it might be a book, Sandy.
Is there a book?
I know there's a book in the film. There is a book. They go on about Moby Dick a lot, but I don't remember there.
Oh, are you kidding? Okay, so actually, okay.
Is there a
Interesting.
book to this?
'Cause-
Why?
No,
You
just
reading it
because
now?
the whole Moby Dick, Jaws, Star Trek thing is like, also Event Horizon. That's like my favorite storyline ever. The whole obsession thing. So interesting that they go on about
Your fight. Yeah, there's a big play on that, and it's very
based on
Yeah,
a
in
book.
that.
Interesting.
It says no. I put it as a no. So I
No.
don't think
Okay.
it's no. I just think it's the book within the book. The book within the film, sorry. Yeah, is Moby Dick, and that's Nick Nolte's thing. Yeah, the obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Sandy, what you got except for packing?
Well, before I can do that, oh no, wait, hang on. So something else just came up
Dum, dum, dum.
with their photos. The film okay, no, that's the film Warriors. Okay, I'm gonna have to triple check on this to see if there were any books, because now other things are popping up. Yeah, just trying to get work, life, everything in order before taking a little trip. Doing some touring and studying. Probably won't be live streaming too much over the next week or two, and then Christmas will be here, so I have a lot of that sort of stuff going on. But thanks to all who pop in on my streams. Had definitely weirdo chat yesterday. Not you, Daryl. Not you. But just had some entertaining folks in chat yesterday. But no, really nothing for the next couple of weeks until you see me broadcasting from across the pond at some point in the next 10 days or so. Can't believe 10 days or so.
Nice. And just
Jay?
when the weather's changing, wet and windy and disgusting.
I know. But Jay, if you do continue your also your reviews, definitely enjoying your reviews on YouTube.
Thank you.
Oh, don't watch Mickey 17 though. I just watched it. Don't watch that.
Yeah, I keep hearing that on that one. It looked so interesting at
Oh
first
my
too,
god!
but I keep hearing
It's
it ends up
literally
awful.
30 minutes of it. I was like, "What's everybody? This is actually quite good. This is actually interesting." Oh, then they just don't know how to write a story. They just regurgitate it, and I'm like, "I need something more.
is
Can you just
so
give me
odd,
something
'cause-
more?" And the thing, it was actually, we said, "Why is everybody hating this? It's actually interesting," and then it just turns into,
And
"I'm
then
going
you
to
see
finish
why.
it." I turned it off. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
So I was just like,
It's a
"Yeah."
shame because that director's made some good movies. Parasite,
Yeah.
Snowpiercer. He's made some good ones.
But yeah, that one is just it was interesting, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be interesting," and then it just wasn't. Yeah, it was a oh no moment. But yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it. That's
Yeah,
it.
fair
Unless
enough.
unless you're going to do a review to go, "Oh no."
The window's passed for me on that one. I'm not. I'm not interested.
Yeah. No, but for myself, I'm going to play The Last Caretaker because that is addictive. That game is great. I loving that. So I'd probably, hopefully, play that tomorrow or Tuesday. It'll be a stream midday for me. But yeah, that game is great.
Speaking of Jaws, how's the shark?
Oh my god, that was really annoying. I was beating it, and the game crashed.
I know. I saw.
I was like, oh my god, what? I was right in the zone as well. I was like, I will defeat the shark. Yeah, but that game is great. I highly recommend it at the moment, and I can't wait till they start the co-op mode in the game. It's just that I'm not even. I think I'm probably 5% into it. It's literally huge.
Oh wow.
It's literally the maps and everything is absolutely. I've just done a little portion, and then you have to grow your own humans by seed and everything. So yeah, it's going to be good. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't poke the shark with a stick.
No, don't.
Yeah. But yeah, that is a very addictive game. You forget where the time's gone, and that is a source of a good game when you're just you're doing some really fun stuff, but it's very mundane. A lot of tidying, Sandy. A lot of you have to tidy a lot. So maybe get back your coding days.
Your wiring needs some tidying, mister.
Well, the wiring does. It does. It does need a viper. It does need somebody to kind of work out. Okay, if I this and actually align it correctly, I will work out. I might do it on the outside of the boat, but then I was thinking the shark might eat it. But yeah, that's a fun one. So yeah, that definitely will be a stream. And there's another one, a game. Right off, just because I found it interesting, I can't remember what it's called now. But it's a warrior game in China, where you a warrior of Chinese origin.
Is it the one? Okay, I don't watch the streamer, but it just popped up on my feed and I watched for a minute. Is it the one Asmongold is playing? There's one with a Chinese warrior, and he was just kind of fitting out the outfit and the.
I don't sub to them, so yeah. But I'm good. But the game came out, and I was like, "This is great graphic," and it came out free to play, and I was like, "Oh!" So I'm gonna have to look at the reviews if it's going to be free to play. But if you want the better swords and the upgrades and all that, and actually play a game, you got
free to get you into the game.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then it's actually, at the end of the day, the game costs you 100 and 200 quid or something. Yeah, so I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, gonna have a bit of fun. But I'm gonna have fun in The Last Caretaker. That's gonna be, I think, my go-to game for a while, because I just want to see where it goes, because it's one of those where I'm doing so much. I'm like, but I've not even scratched the surface. So there's loads to it.
Oh, it looks fun. And it reminded me, only because of the water, it made me jump back into Subnautica, literally.
Okay, cool.
Back into Subnautica. And it's not as complicated as as The Last Caretaker, but I think you'd like it, because it's scavenging. You're building your base under the water, and then there is a story. You do have to find these little bits to go defeat the evil person, and you've crashed on this watery planet. I don't know. I think you'd like that, but it's more chill. It's not a heavy duty story. There's a lot to explore, and in this game, it's about the depth that you can go down. So you can only go down so far until you upgrade your suit and your little mini ship, your little they call it Sea Moth is your little ship, and you have to, upgrade your equipment so that you can go deeper and deeper. And the deeper you go, then you find better materials. So it's, but the graphics and the music, it's very chill because you're underwater. I was a little worried, a tiny bit worried, that I would not like the feeling of being underwater, even though it's on a screen and I'm sitting in my office. I just had that because some people can't play this game because you are underwater and you have to come up and breathe. You have to remember to come up and breathe. But it doesn't even faze me. So that's really cool. And have you played Satisfactory?
No, is that the one where you just build I've seen you play that. I mean,
The factories and
Yeah,
you're creating more conveyor belts and things, and you're kind of wrapping the conveyor belts around the world, which is kind of.
I like how this one's all situated around one boat though, and I've got a flamethrower now, so that's always good.
Yeah, there you go.
I do like it because it's like I do like how you've got to go to it's like water world, but like when you get on the ship or the boat, and then you just it's really peaceful, and you have a bit of time, but then you get to the next bit, and then it goes a bit mad. And I do there's you've got to watch out for day and night. So when the creatures come at night, and you have to
okay.
it's good. So it's good. But
you have been playing it a lot because
yes.
Normally when I leave for work, Dan has been streaming for a little while. You're just starting to stream. Then by the time I get to work, you're usually wrapping up. You're still going now. I'm at work. I go to 2 meetings. I come back. I'm like, are you still playing? You're still playing.
I did lose track of time the other day, but lucky enough, Jay was cooking the lasagna, so I was like, "Oh, I can play for longer." So that might be why I was like, "Yes, I don't have to cook. You can cook." I was like, "I'm playing this bloody thing." Yeah, but it's getting things. But I've got to get more time off, so I'm gonna hopefully start streaming a lot more very soon. So that'd be good. You're gonna catch me before Christmas, doing a lot of days. That's it, but not the 6 hours, 10-hour streams. I won't be doing that. Yeah,
I don't know. Depends.
Well, it depends. Yeah, I don't know.
Get sucked into these games.
Get sucked into. But yeah, it'll be there. But chat, thank you all for popping in. Can you? What is it? When do we get the Film Club RV there yet?
Oh, that new game. Dan was playing it a few weeks ago, and I think they actually played it today on Sunday.
Oh, played it today with Az.
RV, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It's funny. It is funny.
Yeah.
I do like those games. They seem like they're cheap. I don't know, not in a bad way. But games made on a budget, your indie games, things like that, your more cheap side of games, but that are just packed with a lot of fun for especially friends. If you're playing with a group of friends, you get 10 times your money's worth playing those games. So it is.
Is it shouting, frustrated kind of ones where you're like, "Oh my god!"
I'm sure I haven't seen this one specifically, but much like all the chain together ones where they got to work together. Yep. I'm sure it's a lot of that kind of fun.
You're
frustrating but
RV,
funny.
But you can't really see over the steering wheel. So I get the feeling like imagine a little old lady or a little old man. Like when they're showing their field of view, you can't really see over the steering wheel. So you've got to drive this RV like on the side of a cliff or over a narrow bridge with no railings. So you actually have to have someone get out of the RV to guide you, kind of like you would if you were steering one of those big ones. You fall off or you succeed, and you have to keep cooking to keep your power up. But yeah, look, it's a good little co-op.
See, I don't know how we're going to get that with Film Club, because there's only 2 movies off the top of my head that I can think of an RVs in. One is Meet the Parents, and the other one's Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're going to do that.
No, I think, and actually, it's Meet the Fockers, which is the worst one. So it's definitely not making it on the list.
So yeah, but yeah, I can't remember any movie that is RV related except for them 2. Really?
No, I can't.
2012.
It's a good 1960s film, but you guys wouldn't it's called The Long, Long Trailer. It's with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, and they've decided to forego buying a house. They bought a mobile home. It's not an RV, but it's a mobile home, and they're going to drive across the country, and it's hijinks and hilarity along the way. It's one of those silly films.
I actually grew up an I Love Lucy fan, so I probably would appreciate that.
Gotta love Lucy. I mean, just again, talk about dialogue. Okay, now we're going to tangent, but talk about dialogue. And then obviously, I really admire her as a businesswoman, for everything she did. We would not have Star Trek today if it wasn't for Lucille Ball, because her studio allowed it to be made, funded it. But just the simple, quick-witted dialogue. When the little kid's like, what kind of, or she says to the little kid, what kind of a nitwit do you think I am? And he says, I don't know. What kind are you? I use that all the time. But no, not on our list. Maybe that'll be on one of our special categories. Comedy. Maybe Sandy's comedy might be one of those.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
60s or 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want my comedy. I'm going for B movie. It's got to be done.
I know. We got it. Who were we talking? I think it was on Pete's channel. He was mentioning B movies, and I gave him all my list of my Vincent Price movies and all my goofy horror movies. And he was talking about like the 1980s teen comedies that he wasn't even born yet. And that's how we got into the conversation. Pete, if you're on here, oh my word, he has a birthday coming up. I had no idea he was as young as he is. I can anyway, I won't despair too much, but
well, happy birthday, Pete. I don't know if we've missed it or if
it's
coming up.
21, wasn't
he? Yeah,
21.
Oh my god,
is he on your side? So he can drink now.
He can drink, he can own a weapon, he can do a lot of yeah.
Okay, I don't think he's streaming, is he?
No, he doesn't.
No, it's Sunday. I keep
anymore.
I was gonna say yes, but
yesterday.
I'm used to our Saturday day.
Oh yeah. It's confusing, isn't it? Sometimes, yeah. I can't see actually, nobody's actually streaming.
Yeah, Sunday's a quiet night. Maybe I'll start streaming a game on Sundays. We'll see.
There we go.
I think you should.
Yes, do it now. Just go.
Do it now.
I got to go do bedtime now.
Oh my gosh. No.
Anyway, everybody, thank you all for popping in. We'll see you next week for the 7th voyage of Sinbad. Sandy won't be reading the book.
Not all of it, no.
You can actually take it. I think they're in divides, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, you can take snippets of the different stories out of it.
Yeah, but that'd be good. And then then we have to get back for Mike Sports of the Warrior. I keep saying The Warrior, but it's a different movie. Warrior, just called Warrior. That's it. But everybody,
The Warrior, that's Bruce Lee, right? The Warrior?
No, The Warrior is the 1970s. Can you dig it?
That's Warriors. That's
the Warriors. Is the Warriors? The Warriors.
Yep.
Got it. The Warrior? Is it like the same? Yeah.
And I'm sure there's something out there called The Warrior.
Yeah, The Warrior. It's got to be The Warrior, something like that. It probably is like that. I think it might be an old biography of Bruce Lee. Might be. But until that note, everybody have a great one, and we'll catch you next week for a bit of Sinbad. For now, bye.